Yeah, I pray to God and ask for help, hoping that I can change. So much be going on inside this life I'm living, man. Trying to move on, but shit, my past is always catching up. No time for that, these opportunities be passing, bruh. Gotta be strong for the ones who don't feel like holding on. It's in your struggle where you find out who you really are. Your times go hard, but you just need to put your faith in God and keep on going. Pray my lyrics really take me far. I'm thinking twice about my life and how I'm living. Say you better not slip, but these devils out here trying to get you, man. Say what I can about this plan, bitch, I don't understand. These streets will take your soul, I'm trying to help y'all comprehend. But life is like shit when you living with no purpose. Gotta get yourself together, try to break right through the surface, yeah. I lost my brother to that rock, man, this shit is insane. My heart goes out to my mama, she really feel my pain. Find my composure out here walking like a soldier, but this shit weighing me down just like a motherfucking boulder. My heart's stuck in the past, I'm out here trying to find some closure. Just gotta keep on going, knowing the battle still ain't over, yeah. I pray to God and ask for help, hoping that I can change. So much be going on inside this life I'm living, man. Trying to move on, but shit, my past is always catching up. No time for that, these opportunities be passing, bro. Gotta be strong for the ones who don't feel like holding on. It's in your struggle where you find out who you really are. Your times go hard, but you just need to put your faith in God and keep on going. Pray my lyrics really take me far. The second verse feel like I'm cursed, but shit, I've been through worse. Just thank God, cause I know I could've been riding in that hearse. Through all my ups and all my downs, I gotta put them first. Jesus, my kingdom, been with me through all my strongest hurts. Felt like there's demons on my shoulder trying to tear me down. But to get brighter shit, you gotta get broken to the ground. All them drug addicts and killers up on my side of town. But fuck it though, I'm posted straight up out that underground. Preach to the young and stay in school, that street life isn't cool. Lead by example, cause if I do it, they gon' do it too. I'm off that 9th Street teaching boxing to the kids and youth. Just trying to get back to my city, shit, that is the truth. I pray to God and ask for help, hoping that I can change. So much be going on inside this life I'm living, man. Trying to move on, but shit, my past is always catching up. No time for that, these opportunities be passing, but gotta be strong for the ones who don't feel like holding on. It's in your struggle where you find out who you really are. Your times go hard, but you just need to put your faith in God and keep on going. Pray my lyrics really take me far. Yeah, man, it's like through it all, you know, you gotta keep pushing, you gotta keep on going. This shit ain't never ending. You got something to say. Shit, just put your faith in God and stand tall through it all. Chill up, baby, let's get it.
What's good, everybody? What's good? Let me check my audio real quick. I know I say that every damn time. I should do that before, right? Let me say what's up to y'all, and then I'll figure out how to do this live, honestly. Typically, you know, it's like, all right, I'm going live, do your thing, but I kind of have to figure out how to do this one. So Vibrant, you are always you're always in the building first. I appreciate it. Sarah, what's up? You always leave me a comment below the description of my video. I really appreciate that. Low. I can't help but to say your name like Shaw Kim does. Low. What's up? RY TV, what it do? Miss Senator, hey. Let's see, Tay-Bay, what's going on? Yeah, this is I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, or a mixture of both, about our members only live. I'm not gonna go through it all because obviously, you know, I had to private it. But you know, we'll speak about what matters. Let's see, Don Play, what it do, Don Play? Soul Fight, welcome to the building. Let's see, who else do we got? All right, I covered everybody that's in here so far. All right. So I had a members only live. Yes, or 2 days ago. I had a members only live, right? And my members only lives, you pretty much get me. You don't get the envy character. So basically, I was talking my stuff, right, at the beginning, and it was just your normal banter, you know. But you know, then I went on to, you know, what's up, Queen of Hearts? Then I went into this whole receipt situation based on, what happened in back chats and the interviews getting scheduled and whatnot, right? I'm going to do my best not to speak about Sharika. I'm going to do my best not to speak about her. I'm going to speak about the situation. And I hate how it rolled out because everybody's like, okay, where's your members only live? I had members saying it. I had mods saying it. I'm like, nah, we're good. Like, if you ever want to see it, I got to like edit it out, cut it out. I got to do something and then I'll release it. And then I set up a members only live today so that we can go through the timestamps. I still wasn't comfortable. But then when I woke up today, I saw Binary did a live called I'm Not the Scapegoat. So unfortunately, I know exactly what's up, Buddha. What's up? Let's chat with Quinn. So basically, I was like, hold on a second. I'm like, Binary is a member, okay? And if I had to bet my house, I would say that he was either in the bushes or watched it a little bit later because I left the live up for a couple hours and then I was talking to someone and I was like, should I take that down? And like we made kind of a quote unquote executive decision that I should. So we're going to go right into exactly what happened, right? And you're probably like, oh, who the hell are you talking about? Who came to your members only live? You just said that you were talking your stuff. And then what happened? Okay, boom. I started showing receipts. And the receipt, obviously, as I said, came from the back chat where this interview was scheduled. And it was scheduled at the most strangest place I've ever seen in my life. Like, you all know the person, but I was like, this shit is weird. So all of a sudden, as I started talking about receipts or whatever, I was going to go right into talking, other stuff. I don't know what the hell I was going to go into talk about, but I was going to go into talk about something else. Resto hit the link. I'm like, oh shit. Or ask for the link. He's in the chat. Resto hit the link. Boom. I'm like, okay, cool. We're just going to talk about, the regular shit. Like, why is this interview going on over here? What was put in the back chat? What did Tulsa have to do with it? Why is Tulsa reaching out to this particular individual to do the interview? It was all weird. So I expected him to say, oh, yeah, that probably happened because, so-and-so got called and no big deal. It's not happening per Lemon's Live and we could just move forward. But he just started talking. I'm like, okay. I'm like, how do I handle this situation? Because he's talking very, very specifics that could really get people in a bad place. Okay. And my thing is I don't want anybody to feel like I'm not making Sharika content. I'm not making Resto content or Binary content or whatever. I mean, they're going to be content, but now people are like, I know it's going to circle back around to that members only live. I pretty much know that for sure based on the fact that I know how Binary presents things. I know how Binary talks. He didn't mention the name. He didn't mention the live. He didn't mention Resto. He didn't mention anything like that. But he said, eventually there'll have to be a conversation. Eventually there will be a conversation between me and that individual. And Binary didn't say, but I knew exactly what he was talking about. He was basically talking about getting framed. Okay. Like the nice way to say that is scapegoat, but he was talking about getting framed, basically. Okay. Lolo, you're happy today. That's good. Nice live you had yesterday. But anyway, we're going to go right into it. So I didn't ask for the conversation when he said, hey, Envy, you know what? I'm going to talk about the situation, right? And none of this is made up. None of this is like BS or whatever because it's recorded in members only. It's just on private. So basically, he went into a whole rundown of all the key players, the discords, the private ones, the public ones, the DMs, what he thought the situation was, his involvement in rooms, whether there were videos, whether there were recordings taken. It was crazy. I was like, bro, like, wait, save this for like either the man or somebody else, or speak on it on your own behalf, on your own channel. I was like, Jesus Christ. But here's what was weird to me, right? Everything that he was saying segued over to binary. Oh, boom, 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 I did this, or boom, 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 we were in, private. He's like, I got 6 discords. We were in private discords doing A, B, and C. Boom, 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 binary. Boom, 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 binary. I'm like, dude, if you say binary's name again, people were tripping in the chat. People were like, hold on a second. Like, everything that you say that has to do with drinking, that has to do with anything that goes against this individual, you're mentioning binary. So I know binary, damn it. What's up, L Blue? Binary, damn it. I know damn well why you did the live, okay? Because basically, Dr. Creole, what's up? Because I know that you can always go back to your live and be like, you know what? One of these days, Envy's going to have to unprivate that members only live. I want to be able to refer back to the things that I recall as of right now. Now, the conviction that you had that you're going to have a conversation with this guy, even though it was very heavily said that this individual's not going to talk to anybody, he's not going to interview anybody, whatever, or he's not going to interview with anybody, whatever. I was like, okay, so obviously either Resto called and said, you know what, I might have said a little bit too much on Envies the other day. Or he might have said, we got to go over there and see, where this goes, if it goes to another place, whatever. There's like too many people on the phones, in the DMs and stuff like that. And then when I was inquiring about videos and pictures and things like that, we were having a great conversation. I'm going to give you all this part up front. What's up, AK? What's up, OG Beauty? Appreciate the headphones. But anyway, oh no, that's already in my, oh no, you put it in there manually. Anyway, so the conversation was going okay, but it was getting a little off track when I was like, I don't want you to come here, which was members only, so I felt a lot more comfortable. I said, I don't want you to come here and say anything that you're going to have to backtrack on. And we already were there, okay? Now, this is what I don't like, Resto. This is why I'm okay with putting your name in it, because you shouldn't have done this. Yvonne, what's good? You shouldn't have done this, bro. As soon as we started talking about were there any cash apps sent to supply alcohol, which everybody says, oh, encourage. Everybody knows Levin and I are in a good space, but we made it clear that it's not his fault or anybody else's fault, whatever. We were just basically asking, like, how can an individual that hadn't drunk for 5 years have possession of alcohol in the house? I basically said, okay, let's get that shit out of the way so that people aren't saying, like, this happened, that happened. I said, you said that you're in rooms. You said that you're doing this with her. You said that you got other people that sometimes join. You say that, you had a private Discord, this and that. So I wanted to cut that all off by saying, okay, yeah, she was sent money to go buy alcohol. So therefore, all that's null and void. And you know what you did, like, right at that point, but after you were talking about, like, the videos and all that other stuff that I just mentioned, what you did at that point right there is you were like, and you dropped. And when you dropped, I don't know if you wanted me to feel better about the situation and the conversation that we had, but why did you drop? And then you were in the chat. And then in the chat, you said, I pushed the wrong button. And then I'm like, okay, well, if you push the wrong button, the link is still there. If you have any questions or concerns or whatever, come back up. I said, or I'm going to conclude in the way that I need to conclude on the situation, because I saw the chat. My members were like, okay, so what do you think of all this? We have our own, opinions and whatnot of the situation. And as I said, like, people are going to think, okay, I'm coming here to talk about resto, binary, whatever. No, you put binary in a situation where he had to have that live today. And the thing is I am not going to sit back and hear from members and people and even him. Like, I sent him a message or whatever that, I do my due diligence because that's what he was saying in his live. What's up, Stacy? What's up, Shame and Scandal? Who was sent money for alcohol? No, that was asked. That wasn't confirmed. But I said the reason why I asked that is because people were speculating that she had been drinking for a certain amount of time. Because how could she be 5 years sober and have alcohol ready to go into rooms and do whatever happen? And that basically, I was like, that's what people keep saying. How did she have alcohol if she wasn't drinking or whatever? So that's why I asked the question. But that's when Resto got extremely uncomfortable because I was like, that's not normal. Typically, you would tell somebody, you know what? Hey, on your way home from work or whatever, shoot by the liquor store. We're going to have a party tonight. Here's a few dollars. So that, as I said, that's when it got weird. What's up, Cole and James? How you doing? Hey, Queen Pisces. I didn't see Big Baby Queen. You must have finished it. Oh, you're probably not Queen Pisces. You're probably Baby Queen Pisces. Let's see here. All in Wonderland. I appreciate you being here. Okay. Empress Melanin. Hey, what's up? All right. So I'm going to try to explain this the best that I can. I'm not going to be cryptic about it, but I'm going to tell you exactly what I concluded. Okay. I said to my members when he dropped, I told him, I said, if you feel like clicking the link before I make a conclusion right now, please do, because the conclusion is going to be real. Okay. Here was my conclusion. I said, you know, I said, correct me if I'm wrong about anything. And then I went through, you were on Discord. Yes. You were in private Discord. Yes. You guys did XYZ. Yes. Are there any videos, recordings? I'm not going to speak on that right now. Okay, what does Binary have to do with it? Well, Binary would be the best person to, kind of explain this and that and this. I don't know if you were implying that, he had a photo, a video, he was in your Discord, whatever. There's questions. And then I concluded by saying, okay, nobody needs to be framed about sending money back and forth. Now, the first thing about the money being sent back and forth was people kind of they packaged it up, all nice and stuff, saying, that she might have been, that the husband might have wanted the money or whatever. So I obviously thought about it. I'm like, well, he might have seen like certain cash apps and shit go through, but whatever. I'll go into it a little bit more here. Lolo. So if Envy sends me DD packs, does that make him responsible for me? I was thinking about that, Lolo. I was literally thinking about that. I was like, okay, if you guys hear me wheezing or some shit, like, hey, you got asthma, you shouldn't smoke, and then I go smoke, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And I want everybody to understand, like, based on your comment right there, that we made it clear. It's recorded. We made it clear that it wasn't anybody's fault. That, everybody does what they need to do. Nobody drove to Chicago to hold this woman's hand to go do anything. But I'm not disrespecting her at all whatsoever. But in my world, the rest in peace, souls can't rest in peace until they're cleared. And you got all this nonsense or whatever, like who's trying to hide this, who's trying to hide that. And plus, as I said, I was shocked when Binary said, oh, there's 100% definitely going to be a conversation. I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to do anything like that. But the conviction in his voice made me feel like Resto was like, hey, bruh, I think I fucked up. And then Binary probably said, I was in the members only live. I know you did. What's up, Malik? How you doing, man? You said, I'm just asking because I haven't been keeping up with a lot of the goings on lately, and his name is in the title. Yeah, I mean, yes, his name's in the title because basically, as I said, as people start talking about it, I guarantee you what's going to happen is, hey, Resto, you talked about Binary. What did Binary? You brought up Binary with everything that I just said. I don't want to regurgitate content, but that's why his name's in the title, because he said he didn't want to get, quote unquote, be the scapegoat. Let's see here. I'm sure he has stuff in that phone. I definitely remember hearing on a live what they were doing in those chats. And I'm not talking about Lemmy. Let me get on mute. Um, See, that's when I was like, okay. I said I don't want this man to go crazy or anything like that. And when I started asking about that, which you just put, that's when it started getting sideways. That's when it was like, no, we're in this Discord, and you know, you could put two and two together as a man, and sometimes things happen and this and that. Just basically a bunch of alluding. And I was like, damn, bro. I was like, I'm like, damn well I don't want to talk about this shit. I don't want to put it out. I don't want to make it content or whatever. But now you got me stuck. And that's why I waited 2 days. People calling and this and that. What did Resto say? Why did he bring binary up? So that's why we're here. It's not if nobody knew. If she was alcoholic and people knew, it would have been triggered. I'm just saying. Now, let me say that we got a very interesting comment, right? And, some of those comments are saying, like, hey, we've heard about Discord for a year, and we know that, it gets turned up. It's at 3 o'clock in the morning. So there was a lot of assumptions made, but just the vivid explanation that Resto gave me the other day, and I'll get into it just a little bit more as I go through your comments, but I gave you the basics. And as I said, I will definitely give you a little bit more specific. Has anyone determined the cause of her demise? I don't know. I can't speak on that because in some receipts from people, I see that that information can't be released. And then other situations, I hear it can, and then I hear there's an obituary. I think Lolo, you said to sign the docket or whatever, the funeral docket or whatever. So I don't know. And my speculation was that maybe the body didn't accept the liver. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, obviously, when you put a transplant in or quote unquote whatever, your body's like, oh, that's a foreign object. So I have no idea. Let's see. The Sims Overdose says, Lolo, it doesn't make him responsible for you, but it makes him a shit friend if he brought you a DD pack knowing you have issues. Oh, yeah. With your health. Okay, you guys are using that as an example. That's not a friend. That's true. That's true. And the Sims Overdose, I didn't have any way to ask it other than say to Resto, how'd she get the liquor? That's literally why I asked that question. At the same time that somebody's not responsible for something that somebody does, but going to the next level of supplying it is a whole different ball game. That's like premeditated. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, if I'm coming to your house for the football game, I'm bringing a 12 pack of beer, and I don't even drink this shit anymore. But as I said, it's nobody's fault. I'm not putting it on anybody, but I'm telling you the train of thought that came from my members only live. And as I said, I was going to meet with my members before I did this. I had it scheduled at 2 o'clock to go through the timestamps, but I didn't have time. So here we are. Stacy, I don't know all the pieces, so I don't know, sis. I'm trying to find out. Cola, I'll do my best. I'll do my best to put it together. Based on what you all are asking in the comments, I will try to answer questions, and that will drive me down the path of what you all are concerned about. But I want you guys to know this is not going to be like I think that she did this. I think that she did that. This is going to be specifically what Resto said, and then specifically how Binary responded. Because I'm not going to get into she was probably doing this, that, whatever. We're all adults, and as I speak, you can fill in the blanks, okay? Let's see. Overdose was a friend over here, a real friend. No. Whoever now, if she just had it not laying around, but if she just had it in the refrigerator or whatever the case may be, and people were like, yeah, go ahead, drink, and she just walked over the kitchen to get it, yeah, I can understand that. But as I said, if As soon as I started asking Resto, like, how'd she get it? Cash app, whatever. That's when he was starting to say we were in these rooms and whatnot. He was going around the mulberry bush, but at the same time, he was saying some crazy stuff. Okay. You said, you put Binary's name in the title for clicks and views. Respectfully, I'll mute. Yvonne, no. Because basically my name wasn't in the title, but if you were my members only live and you looked at my community wall, the live was about me. So obviously, Binary's in the title. I don't need clicks and views. Let's see. All right, let's see. Guest book. Yep. I didn't know exactly what the word was for it. I haven't been in that situation in a long time. I didn't want to misquote what it was that you put out to sign. But yeah, that makes sense. The guest book. Only for the fact we are strangers. Folks are doing the most. Y'all forget it was Lemon that came out and said y'all knew what was wrong with her. Let's see. But there's a lot of chatter that it was alcohol, but you can still get hit by a car with liver disease. I'm confused. Well, yeah. I mean, definitely you can. I mean, that's why I answered the question up there. Has it been determined what the demise was? And you're correct. It could have nothing at all whatsoever to do with alcohol. It could have nothing to do with the liver. It could have been something completely different that she was going through. Or you're right, 100%. I'm not. I'm never gonna sit here and tell you I'm a coroner. You know what I'm saying? Or a yeah, anyway. All right. Most knew she had a liver transplant and she didn't, and she shouldn't be drinking. However, I've seen people tell her she shouldn't be drinking plenty of times and she dismissed them. She did. And that's why El Blue, I said it's nobody's fault. And we were very, very clear about that. Because if we went down that road, obviously a bunch of people would have gotten blamed and this and that. And listen, if people get blamed for doing something that I think could have happened, I'm not going to stop somebody from saying it. But if I hear people start blaming folks for something that's alleged or assumed, or I feel like somebody wants to put like ill will on somebody and put their feet on the fire, I'm going to stop it. Let's see here. Respectfully, death isn't our business. It surely isn't a friend that would supply. Right. Hey, what's up, Bird? Appreciate you being here. Let's see. If it's not our business, and it most certainly ain't mine, but there's a lot of talk about culpability being thrown around about alcohol. Right. I mean, because basically, Empress, people say a lot of stuff on, especially on here in public, whatever, that leads you to a certain person without saying it. Because if you say alcohol, which I said it's not Lemon's fault or anybody else's fault, so let's not get that soundbite all jacked up. What I said is, like, if you say it was alcohol, they're going to point toward Lemon. If you say that it was, whatever somebody's habit is, obviously they're going to say that so that they don't have to put it on a name. And see, I kind of like when people call names because I don't like the bullshit, but we all know what somebody means when they say that somebody was encouraging alcohol. I don't know if the alcohol was encouraged or not or whatever because I wasn't in Discord. I remember her saying she was waiting on the transplant. She hadn't received it yet. Oh, okay. But Shay, that could be true, but I do know that she was in the hospital a couple times. Now when she was in the hospital, I'm not sure. Sharika and I didn't have that type of relationship. Her and I definitely, we were cool, then we fell out for a while, then we were cool again. And I'm glad that some of our messages at the end kind of, squared things away with us. And, we ended up in a good place. What's up, Tori? Appreciate you being here as always. Sims Overdose says, that's the only angle I'm viewing it from. Stop calling that lady a friend. I'm not placing blame or trying to place accountability on anybody. Okay. So again, the Sims Overdose right there is one of the main reasons why I'm doing this live. because it's going to be like, why was Envy hiding everything that Resto said? Why was Envy hiding the fact that he might know that Binary's being the scapegoat and getting framed? How deep is it that Binary thinks like some of the situations, like the cash apps, the private rooms, the dealings in those private rooms, the screen recordings, the videos, the all that shit, the pictures, the this and that. Um, Based on what was talked about, that man saw way too much, way too much. And I didn't know because honestly, Resto, as I was talking to him about it, he was like, he would always make a comment after he said something. He said, "Oh, whoop, I guess that's some of the tea. Oh, whoop, oh damn, I guess that's some more of the tea. Oh, whoop." And, you know, about 2 or 3 other times he said, "Whoops, that's part of the tea." And I'm like, dude, stop saying that shit because now you got me in a situation where you've already confirmed this how many times now? You're about to drive home listening. All right, Tori, don't crash, be safe, all that. Okay. Wear your seatbelt. Don't talk on your cell phone. All right. Why are we acting like she was 12? She was almost 40 with kids. She did that she ultimately wanted to do. Right. We're not acting like that. We're going from a whole lot of the speculations and we're going by things being put on people that aren't good. You know, it's not a debate on the fact that that woman could do what she wanted to do and these other adults could do what they want to do. The issue now is placing the blame on people that could go the wrong direction. Like if you come to me and I'm with one of my exes or whatever, I'm someone's man or whatever, and I start seeing this and doing that, especially if I see a cash app with the note that says hit up the liquor store or some shit like that. There, it's more serious than just saying she could do what she wanted to do. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to debate whether an adult could drink and shit like that. I'm here to make sure. You know how many people ask me about my damn members live? What the hell's going on? This and that. How the hell would I look? Being like, oh no, you know, we're gonna go ahead and, you know, we're gonna bury that information. But I would never re-release it based on the specifics that we're talking about. I'm being a little bit cryptic here, but just to be respectful. But I will definitely, if you guys have any questions in the comments, I will answer them. And the link is pinned because I'm going to be side-eyeing. This isn't a smoke signal or anything like that. But the link is pinned because I'm going to be side-eyeing because I'm talking specifically about a situation that is... Resto, you kind of brought this to the table, man. And I don't know if you want to stir up the drama or whatever the case may be, but some of the things you said was not good. And then, as I said, Binary was like, anybody that does their due diligence is going to understand what I'm talking about. I understood his whole life. People probably were a little bit confused, but I knew exactly what he was talking about. Would you say it's starting to seem like people are more interested in how she passed and not the fact that the family has lost her sister, a mother, a aunt, a niece, a cousin, and a granddaughter. Hey, what's up, DD? How you doing? They already mentioned your DD packs in here. So, you know, hey, shout out to you. All right, let's see. What do we got? You said I've been peeping it. All right. Let's call Lolo. DD, I'm okay. And are we sure she was really drinking because JC was playing drunk? So I don't know. I just hope she rests in peace. People say she was. I mean, to be honest, the only way that she wasn't drinking based on what people said is if she poured juice in a wine cooler bottle, you know, but I can't say I wasn't there, so I can't say she was or wasn't, but nobody says she wasn't. Even she didn't say she wasn't when we were telling her, hopefully you don't drink, hopefully you don't drink. I mean, as a public forum, as YouTube, I'm not talking about some secret group or anything like that. We still on Sharika. We're not on Sharika, Pam. I mean, we kind of are, but we're on the situation of some of the things that were alleged because Binary did a damn live today. I put this shit on the. Why do you think I put it on private? If I wanted my members live to pop, I would have made it republic, and went public live and said, "Hey, everybody, go watch the members live." That's why we're here. Envy, I was wrong. I still need 20 more hours. Oh Jesus, Lolo, get it together, Lolo. Come on, we're behind you. Let's see. ZX, what's up, man?
Thank you for your payment. I appreciate you being an honorable person and paying when you lose a bet. But I got a question for
As
you.
always.
What's the benefit of this today? I've been out here, campaigning
Yep.
against everybody who wanted to interview the boyfriend, husband. I'm not familiar with her,
I
but
don't like that either.
it's pretty clear that he's not going to be doing any interviews. And the woman has passed away, and the speculation and regurgitation of how she lives at this point. What's the purpose? I'm just asking you a legitimate question. Because to
My per
me, it looks like you're next up to exploit the situation, not to talk it down or critique and criticize the people who want to go too far. At this stage, it looks like you're just next.
Well, unfortunately, ZX, when something's brought up on your live and people ask basically like why it's privated, you feel like when you try to explain yourself to a bunch of people, they're gonna think that I'm hiding something. Like Resto went up there and explained a whole lot of shit and put a lot of different accusations and whatnot on people. That's why. It has
Well,
nothing to do. I still agree with you that the man shouldn't be interviewed. Period.
okay.
But it seems like there's certain contact because Resto was like Banary's the best person to talk to him about it. Go ahead.
Well, at this stage, don't you think it would be the right thing to not even pay Resto and his accusations and binary? These are two people that did not really know her, wasn't even from the sector that she's been a part of for many, many years. At this stage, you're feeding it by addressing them. When you
I didn't want
ultimately,
to
we all,
address it. I
yeah,
didn't
but
want
we
to.
all, yeah, and you don't have to.
To be honest with you, I'm trying to be respectful with her because I don't want the guy to interview at all. And I don't want to bring up a whole bunch of shit. But you know the pressures of people saying, why did you put a members only on private when Resto was on there saying shit about different people? What's up, Yaya?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, yeah.
Hey,
All
Queen,
right.
did
I
you
only
hear
heard
that? Yeah,
one.
yeah. I'll call you
I
Queen now.
didn't.
I'll call you
You
Queen
you
now.
sure did.
Thank you. Thank you, ZX. But my whole thing, who the fuck is Resto? Who the fuck is Resto? That anybody has to prove anything to him. Who is he to question anything that goes on in the beef sector? He's not beef sector. He wasn't close to Sharika. Why are we even discussing the mere fact of anything that he brought up? We don't care.
I think that's the consensus. I think that's the consensus. The only way that the dead rest in peace is when you let
Mm-hmm.
it go. You got to let it go. And all of the tentacles attached to it. That's how the dead rest. They rest in peace. She can't come back and address anything. She
But
can't
my
Exactly.
say
So
that
yeah,
why?
somebody.
So why they keep going on? And my whole thing, Retro needs a storyline to be in the beef sector. You gonna have to find something else. We need to stand together and let them know this is not what we're gonna do. You gotta come
mm-mm.
another angle.
But the problem is based on his behavior on my members only live, I would say that this isn't going to be the first or the last place he did that.
Then you
He
ignore them.
was mm,
Even with him, what I'm gonna say to you, Envy. Even if he did bring it up on your panel and on your members only, let it stay there. It doesn't need to come back out here. We do not give a fuck. I think it's very disrespectful that y'all keep finding a different way to go at this woman's death.
Mm. On that note, I'm gonna drop down. You got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I just think this is sickening, and y'all really stop giving it. If you feed it, it'll grow. If you don't feed it, it can't grow.
That's what I thought. Honestly, that's exactly what I thought. And I hope it's
But you're
gone.
feeding it now by bringing it up that Resto says something in your membership live. And it's not
Yeah,
the
I
fact
mean,
that you're hiding anything. We understand that that's the way some people think. But if you just stand on your morals and say, no, I'm not going to fucking do this, leave it at that.
yeah, I mean, you are 100% correct. That's why it took me a couple days. I mean, it was all on me. I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll come out and tell people, the basics of the members live and then keep it moving. I still think that the guy shouldn't be interviewed. I still think that people should stop talking about it. But at the same time, I'm like, damn. I mean, why? Let me tell everybody all at once that this is what happened on the members live and then keep it moving. I'm not getting into specifics. That was Resto. Because I started putting the pressure on Resto to see if he was going to drop. So you're right. You're 100% correct. I would say the same thing. Why am I talking about it? Why am I giving it legs or whatever? To be honest with you, because of the pressure and because of me stalling. I'll handle it. No, we can go back to members only live. We can look at the timestamps, all the different ways I tried not to talk about it. My members only live wasn't about that at all whatsoever. Resto hit the link and changed the topic. So that's what put me in this situation.
And you could have you could have just dropped him for real. I'm just really tired of people finding different ways to talk about Sharika's death some kind of way. It has to be something big behind it. She's gone. Let her and her family, let her rest in peace and let her family grieve whichever way they need to. But why are we still talking about it?
Because the problem is the wrong people are in the wrong people's ears. Like we on the
Well, if they're
internet,
in
we're
a
like,
but if we stall them out, there's nothing. Nobody's going to hear anything. No one's going to talk to themselves.
true. But the problem is people haven't stopped. But I mean, this is the first and the last time I'm talking about anything that has to do with this, period. As I said, that's why I put members only. That's why I hid the video for 2 days. But people were wondering what I'm hiding, and if I was in the room, a bunch of questions that I didn't that I'm willing to come out here in public and say this is what happened. If it didn't happen, I didn't. I swear to you, I wasn't talking about that topic at all. I didn't call Resto. I didn't ask Resto any questions, nothing like that. Boom, he
Right,
hit the
but you're
link and
talking
started
about it
talking
now,
about it.
trying to explain it away. You're trying to explain it away by giving it more food. You're feeding it. Let it go, please. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, yeah, I'll let it go.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
Out of
Because this is
respect for
really
you and everybody else, I will let it
it's really
go.
getting to be a bit much. It's really getting to be a bit much.
Yeah. I mean, hey, and if those particular individuals say, hey, we want to know more of this and that, whatever, whatever, 100%, I'll let it go.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. Of
All right.
course.
I'm
All
gonna
right. Yeah,
drop down,
yeah.
but if you have something else you want to talk about, I'll come back up.
Okay. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Envy.
Yep. No problem. All right, let me go through y'all's comments real quick. Well, you know what? Listen. Okay, so the comment that I'm down to right now is this comment. Um, so basically, after this comment right here, I'll answer any comments after that because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I respect, yeah, yeah, I respect everybody, right? Everybody has a voice. We're literally on YouTube. And if this is a spin on the story or whatever the case may be, it, it is what it is. My thing is literally coming out here and basically saying I got nothing to hide. I'll go to the public. Like literally, I changed this video from members only to public after people put the pressure on me. So it is what it is. Um, You said, "Hey, binary in chat." Where's binary? Binary, you in here? But anyway, yeah. See, basically, if I, what's up, Jessica? How you doing? What's up, unfiltered Muffy? Let's chat. So here's the thing. Great, right? So I said what I needed to say. Okay, without going into craziness or whatever. I just hope that if we can use this live in a positive way, I hope that people can see that a whole lot of accusations, assumptions, and all that other stuff has been put out there. So therefore, hopefully, as Yaya requested, and I know like the majority of other people requested, that it goes to rest. But the thing is, without me even doing it, we knew it was not going to. What's up, Tulsa?
Yeah, I just came up real quick to tell y'all gotta mind her motherfucking business. And if this is my thing, stop trying to go around here and parent people. If you tired of the shit, then log out. Why you always at every motherfucking live where they talking about her? Apparently you want to hear some motherfucking new. Where was your energy when motherfucking Mika and old girl was putting out her fucking information and talking to the dude? I mean, where was your energy at for that? Why do you keep showing up for these conversations if you don't
Because I
want to
can.
motherfucking hear it?
Because I can.
Bye,
Because I
bitch.
can.
Bye,
Because I
bitch.
can. Untuck bitch. Untuck bitch. A nigga in a wig and hard motherfucking teddies and dick and balls hanging can't tell me shit. Bitch, this ain't your sector either.
Damn. I mean,
Get
honestly,
tired of
I mean,
Eddie.
you
Eddie
could.
always running around here talking shit. Go take care of that old man with Parkinson's and leave me the fuck alone. You worried about my motherfucking health. Worry about that old man, that old white man, because if he passed the day or tomorrow, your ass will be homeless. Okay, bye bye.
All right, for sure. Jessica, I will start doing the banner, but StreamYard added something where they authenticate the user and say who's here. It's crazy. But yeah, I will start using my banner. I get lazy sometimes, Jessica. I really hate to interrupt the conversation and the flow of the content by putting up a banner for this long, trying to figure out who it is. Then they don't have their audio together. Then y'all have to wait. I try. I will. I appreciate your concern, though. I sure will. Let's see here. So let me scroll up real quick. I'm not going to necessarily read the comments. Well, I will highlight them. I'm just not going to read them. I'm going to look at them, and then basically here's what I do, right? And you all have known that I do it this way mostly. If I come out here and say something, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm right or wrong or went about it this way or that way. I just used my instinct and how I was going to present what I needed to present. But you are the people. If you're not here, I'm talking to myself. So, like, if you guys say I'm dead ass wrong, or I'm dead ass right, or Adrian said I'm stuck, a rock stuck in a hard place, something like that, then we're going to go with that. But I guarantee you, by the end of this live, we're going to come to a conclusion whether we're going to talk about this shit ever again. I'm not. I'm not. But at the same time, I'm sure enough going to come out here and tell my supporters that I don't have anything to hide. 100%. And I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. But yeah, as y'all said, and I'm going to go through the comments, like I said, and see what y'all's opinions are, okay? Internet influence. You know what? I'm gonna read the comments. Fuck it. And then I'll conclude with not talking about the shit. Okay. So a man on the internet has influence over your home than you. That's more of your problem. Let's see. I still don't understand what's happening. Okay. Dee Dee. All right. All right. Let's keep going. Let's see. The fact that folks are more nosy than concerned about her family had she left behind. Yeah. I get it. I understand, but unfortunately, the gentleman is looking for his own closure, and he's in all these bushes. It's crazy. Like, because the reason why I could say that to you, people thought I was talking about the general Discord, like some kind of general place or the voice lounge or something like that. I was not talking about Discord. I was talking about he went through her friends list. Basically, if you DM somebody, you're in their friends list. You don't have to be in the general area, the voice lounge, or anything like that. That's what was being done, and then based on that, that got tracked to Resto, which got tracked to Binary. So if this guy's running around, you never know what he's telling people, this and that, whatever. And if he opens up somebody's phone and finds some things that don't allow him to grieve in the right way, it's kind of unfair to him. But I do also respect your opinion as well, and I'm trying not to talk about it. I'm going to go through these comments, and trust me, I don't have to have long lives. I don't have to have short lives. I don't have to have me sitting panel whatever. I'm going to see what y'all think, and then we'll go from there. You are on streak. Okay. I've done that, fool people thinking I'm drinking bubbly water and slice of lime. It's little enough to do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've done it too. Honestly, I've done it too. I actually did it when I stopped drinking heavily because people were so used to me drinking. So I actually did do that, which is kind of crazy. TSW, you say that, but blind to the fact that, or blind to the fact that Lemon X as of him and Shrika were that close. I can't speculate on how close they were or not. I wasn't in that, I wasn't in any of those conversations, so I have no idea. What's up, Shady Tales? I appreciate you being here. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Rasta, Envy, be careful. I smelled. See, Pam. Right. And that's the thing. These things, see, people don't talk about the actual like meat and potatoes of the problem. They just say, hey, she was drinking, she was partying, she was doing this, doing that. All these speculations, all these assumptions. But if somebody comes and says, hey, there's there's that, this happened. The reason why there was alcohol is because of that, that. Once they start doing paper trails and all the other shit, and it also goes along the lines of, should he be able to come out here and talk about it? Because one, if he's not able to talk about it, he'll get all these speculations. If he is talking about it, it's disrespectful. So like, you can't choose a way that's right. And don't tell me that there's not a debate out in these streets based on what this individual should be doing. But me personally, as I said, as I promised, the only reason why I'm doing this shit is because I know why Binary did his live. I'm not crazy. Like, Resto came over here, I talked to him. I got issues, boom. Binary did his live. Is Binary giving out content? Is he covering his ass? I don't know. But listen, this is the first and last time I'm talking about this. And as I said, like, as a content creator, I can't tell a bunch of people over and over again that I refuse to answer questions that they're putting on me. If I don't answer questions, they're like, well, shit, if I'm not going to see members only, that's kind of bullshit or whatever. I want to do everybody right. I thought he had a woman over. What happened? Not sure. Let's see here. You are discussing and disrespectful. Rouse Baby, apparently in the members live, Resto says something. I don't know. Yes. I mean, in the members only live. Yeah, of course. In my members only live, he broke down the situation from start to finish based on like what he was involved in, based on what he thought happened, based on the discords, based on, his personal interactions, his interactions with other people. He broke down the whole thing. I'm not going to sit here and go through it all because that would be disrespectful. What I'm doing right now is not disrespectful. I'm sorry. It's just not. Because honestly, this is also giving you all information. If an interview comes up over here and this person is doing this and that and this, and I told you already what the motives are, the assumptions and all that, you all can put more pressure on it because you have the information. You can be like, hey, there's too many assumptions out there. Hey, just like someone just said, there could be a lawsuit and this and that. You shouldn't just accept somebody saying, yo, I hollered at so-and-so, whatever, it's all good. No, it's not all good. Not the way it was explained to me. So I want to know. I mean, I don't want to know about about that situation. I just want to know. I want to be fully informed why this person's talking or that person's talking. Like, how in the hell out of everybody did this happen right here? How in the hell out of everybody did Tulsa was up here? Now, Tulsa, I saw what you did, right? And I talked about it after Resto started talking. So you were up on Lemons, and then you dropped in the back chat where the interview was going to be. But the back chat troll was back there with you. So therefore, obviously, you wanted to put a comment. And then when I saw it, I was like, hold on a second. I was like, okay. I lived in Chicago for long enough for whatever. I said a dude with, a dude that lives in Chicago, and, he's a real dude. Like, Sharika doesn't date squares. I'm like, I don't really understand why the interview is set up over here. And let me see right here. Let me take this banner down. In Tulsa, you're the only one. Look, you're the only one that tapped in. And I don't know if this was to secure it, to say, hey, my name is in there. It's going to this individual. And the thing that I don't like about this is because I know this individual, does crazy stuff about, like, I don't know if it was George Zimmerman. I don't know exactly who it was, but kind of a play on words to be disrespectful towards black people. So I don't necessarily know how that was a good idea. And I would love to know, like, this is one thing I can't put together. I don't get it. Because you did drop it in the back chat and everybody was concerned. And that's why I put the poll together, because as soon as you dropped it in the back chat, you skirted off and then put this comment there while the phone call came in. Like, the timing of all that is very strange. Okay. That's what I will say. So let's see here. ZX, you're feeding it. You've been on everyone's channel and then go back to your channel and make a video. True. I know that he has a strong stance. Now, I will say this. I did put it out publicly that I didn't agree with ZX camming up and going off on the dude. Now, do I agree with him that he shouldn't be interviewed? Yeah. But do I agree? You can't say in one breath, I forgot to say this while he was up here because I was thinking like about the comments and stuff like that. In one breath, you can't say, hey, kiss my ass, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. Like, piss the dude off to a certain extent where he's going to get more mad at people, but then say that she should rest in peace and him staying off of the internet is the best bet. But you cussed him out. You like pointed your finger at the camera and some more shit. I was like, I didn't agree with that, because part of my, as I started figuring out, I was like, okay, who's right, who's wrong? Where did this come from? Okay. Rasta baby, what's up? Stacy and Rasta. Let's go down here. And as I said, I will finish with the comments and then I will make it. I'll give you what I can give y'all going out from here, because this don't have nothing to do with me after today. Okay. Because I also did show you the receipt, because people were confused where it was going to be, why the back chat, why the phone call came in right then, why there was a panic and all this other stuff. So that was the panic. In Tulsa, I'm not quite sure if you didn't cover your tracks to make sure that the phone call didn't happen. I don't know if it's a total troll move. I don't know if it was set up. I don't know what the intention was. So Tulsa, if you could ever answer that, that'd be great. If you're talking about it. Envy, the more you talk about Sharika, the more the boyfriend is going to want to defend, do an interview to speak. I'll tell you this, storylines. That dude is talking. Okay. That dude is in contact. I will say that. Now, not with me, but I was pretty convinced after hearing it from 3 different people. I was like, oh, okay. Well, obviously, whatever phone call or whatever, clearly that's not the end of the road. If you listen to Binary, as I said the live today, he said the conversation will happen. I'm not saying that Binary is in contact, just Binary doesn't come out here and, do a bunch of bullshit and say, hey, the conversation is going to happen. Obviously, he knows that he's talking to people, right? Okay. What's up, Drip? Didn't say what's up to you. Praying for her family and peace of heart. I think all of us are. We're all decent people. I think. Rastaba, no, I think about some cash apps and money sent. Stacy, the reason why that came up is it was like if she didn't drink for 5 years. See, this was the part where I was saying it's nobody's fault. Like, not one person. Okay. Like, as I said, like if Sharika drank and it was liver or whatever, okay, I got asthma and I smoke. We can't, if Lemon drinks and they turn on the camera having a discard party, drinking or whatever, that's not his fault. Like, it's nobody's fault. But the cash apps were telling, because here's the thing. A lot of people think that this man is being silenced. Okay. The debate right now is, should he talk or should he not? And how did that phone call with Lemon get him silenced? Or how did the phone call with Binary? Or how did the phone call with Resto or whoever get him silenced? That's what we were trying to figure out. Because we want closure. We want this to be done, because God damn it, listen. I understand ZX what he said. Hey, if it grows legs, whatever, stop talking about it. We don't care, this and that and this. You all care about everything for years and years and years and years. We're still hearing about Washington, D.C. trips, Vegas trips, shit that happened a gazillion years ago. So if you never think that this content is going to resurface, I'd beg to differ. I would. But at the same time, as I said, I respect Yaya, and she's a huge portion of the why that I'm skipping through this and getting to the comments, and then I'll conclude for y'all, and you can have fun on the YouTube streets tonight. Okay. We ain't got to do nothing. Stop letting ZX come over and keep talking about it, and maybe it would have died off now. See, my thing is like, okay, now, as I said, once ZX cussed out the dude, I look at ZX a little different based on this topic. But yes, it does conveniently come up when he talks about it, but I don't know if it's like in an advice way. I don't know if it's I don't know what his motivation is to bring it up. I get it, but if you hit a link and talk about the issue, but tell me not to talk about the issue, we did the same thing, right? Am I like two-way conversation? You can't talk to yourself and agree. Okay. Hey, what's up, Sunny D? How you doing? Adrian, you're the one that typed but wasn't it then taken out of the members only and addressed publicly? No, RY. I left it in. No. So we had our members only live, the 4-hour one, right? When Resto came and we had the guests and stuff like that. I put on my post, I said, after I started hearing from people, I was like, unfortunately, we'll do another members only live. I will cut things out. We will look at the timestamps, see what's important. But at this time right now, due to the guests and some of the nature that was involved in the commentary, I'm not going to put it out I'm going to leave the members only on private. That's what that was. Actually, I think Envy is just trying to explain to his people why the live was put for members only. Nothing wrong with him explaining to his people. And L Blue, I'm not just explaining that. I appreciate that. I'm not just saying that. I'm also saying it was a members only live. It wasn't a regular live that I put it on members only. It was a members only live that I privated. You know what I'm saying? But I have a lot of members. Let's see here. Okay, Lily Rose, BSF, you know what you're doing. No, I don't. I mean, it's pretty simple. I don't mean no, I don't. But if you think I'm making it here, Lily Rose, let me tell you this. Let me play devil's advocate against myself. I'm gonna even leave your comment up there. If you see BS Envy, you know what you're doing. I assume that you think I'm making content, right? And it is content. I'm making content. But even if I said that, you know what I would say? Everybody else did. And what is the problem when people say there's two issues I have here? Number one, isn't the rule everything that's said on YouTube is content and it's reported on via YouTube? And I also want to know what the outrage is of the deceased being discussed. Huh? Am I tripping? Um, so never mind. We're gonna keep moving past that. But the deceased being spoken on, I don't want to hear about that shit. And I'm not even speaking on that individual. I'm speaking on behalf of the individual based on the fact that a lot of narratives are being pulled out here. If somebody's willing to click my link and do what they did, and then Binary do a live, and then these people make a phone call, and then these people still in contact, this and that. Do you think that it's gone? I'm not going to be the last person that makes content about it. I promise you that. Let's see. I bet ZX won't go tell Diva to hush about it. No, he won't. Because we know Diva's not going to hush about anything she doesn't want to hush about. You can do everything right, and someone will find something wrong to let it go. Right? Wrong. Oh, you said wrong. Let it go. Right. Oh, as I said, I'm most definitely letting it go after today. We don't care, let it go. Right. And see, I'm as I said, I'm not just reading the comments and interacting with you all just to read the comments. Like, I'm literally trying to see like where you all are leaning. And I do see Envy has the right to talk about what happened on his private live. And then I'm also seeing more let it goes, definitely more than let it rock. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at the comments in a way where I could conclude based on you all's opinion, where I need to go with this. Talk about it off the board, okay? But how I should think, how I should feel, how I could be on the same level of the individuals that are listening to this. You would have never had on members only live if you wanted it to die down. The whole point of me having it on members only is because I wanted it to die down. But obviously I wanted to talk to my members. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't want it to die down, I would have been public way before this. I'm lost and confused. Exactly. Yeah. Envy don't want to take responsibility for keeping the mess going. Envy will always take responsibility for doing anything Envy does. I would tell people straight up, how am I different from everybody else? Every single person has talked about it in one way or another. Even if they weren't the content creator, they were on a panel talking about it. And when I mean everybody, I'm talking in general. I should have said a lot of people. Okay, so I'll change that. Cancel Resto and Binary. I don't think that Binary has a hand in it like that. Now, Resto coming to the link was kind of crazy, but then Resto, okay, we had in the chat people that were saying, why do you keep bringing Binary up? Why do you keep at the end of your sentences saying, yeah but Binary, like people did have that concern for sure. Okay, I'm even gonna read the comments that are against me. It's fine. Like I'm all good with saying I'm wrong as hell, but just be respectful. Envy, you knew that would make people curious. Stop it. You don't fool me. Okay, cool. So Lily Rose, if you feel like I'm making content out of it, well, there you go. You have your answer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ever going to convince somebody of what they think and change your mind. You're not going to change your mind no matter what I say. So if you feel like I'm making content, there's your answer. I saw a nasty lawsuit. Yep. I read that earlier. But who are the main ones keeping the story alive? If the boyfriend husband was serious, so distressed, he would have found a platform by now. Yeah, but he writes under comments and stuff like that and then drops. See, people have to realize that it goes off of YouTube. When somebody starts dropping DMs and stuff like that, or, talking about videos, something specific, when the people with the DM start saying, hey, in my DM, this is why he's angry. I'm not going to tell you, but that's what happened. I didn't need to know that shit on my panel. Hey, based on some of the DMs and stuff that he saw in private discords, A, B, and C, that's why he's mad. And it could be this, and that. Okay? It's okay to tell y'all that. Aren't you concerned why he's mad? Isn't part of rest in peace making sure that the loved ones have closure? I'm confused. because basically, like in the court of law, they always have witness impact statement or loved one impact statements and stuff like that. Why do they do that? So that the family can have closure, right? If this dude has questions about what happened on here and there and doesn't get to talk to the appropriate people, I'm not pushing it. I'm not going to talk to him. But you know what? I don't have a personal relationship with him. Talk to it. That's just one side of the argument. Okay. I didn't see a single person mention the members only. This is the first I'm hearing about it. Soul Fight, they mentioned it. Trust me. I got to be honest about this. All I see is everyone trying to tell people like Envy, Resto, and Binary to stop. There are several people way more than those three that still currently talking about it every day. The Joy Queen. Yeah, but I'm the bad guy. Like, I listen. People talk about it because it's whatever. They click their live and they talk about it. But when something specifically happens on my panel that I'm questioning about, and I watch a live that I know is about the situation this morning, I'm going to speak on it. I have more right to speak on it than most of the people around here. I could sit here and tell you that Sharika and I had our ups and downs, and I could say we text all the way back to when I first met her, and she was a main person on my platform. And the reason why we fell out is because she did the mic check or whatever. But yeah, as I said, I'm glad that we ended in a good spot. I love Yaya. She's always the voice of reason. She is the voice of reason. I agree. Let's see here. Okay. So far, here's what I'm getting from the comments as I work myself down. Basically, leave it alone, which I said I would. What's up, Sour Patch? How you doing? Glad you're in the building. And what'd you say? I get that you're covering the issue, but it still comes with drawbacks. It's going to. But see, as a content creator, you got to decide which is worse. You have to do that on a daily basis. Which is worse? Do I address something? Yeah. You know, some of the people are going to think it's fine. Some of the people are going to think it's horrible. You know, just like, look, we're split down the middle. Some people think that we should do the interview. Some people think we shouldn't. But you know what? Listen, the thing that's a little bit, you always look at risk reward. You know, there's no reward in this, but I feel more comfortable letting you all know how I was involved in it. Take that off the table so it doesn't circle back around and I have to talk about it then. I'd rather talk about it now, tell y'all what the hell it is, and then keep it moving. Because if Envy's members only comes up, or Resto talking to Envy, or Binary doing a video, or this and that, down the road, I could tell you, hey, I did this live on September 22nd at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I have no more comments. That's it. It's very simple. Okay? Love me some yaya. We all love Yaya. Are y'all being held hostage? Nope, we're not. Oh, I know why you asked that. Like, if they want to hear the commentary or not. How about all y'all turn off monetization for all Sharika's talk? If you turn off monetization, it doesn't really change anything. Not to the point that you think it does. Candy Cane, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, Candy Cane. Let's see. Hold on. What else do we got? Go donate to her family or be fake. Okay. Yeah. Well, guess what? It was part of the story that was put out there is that's why Sour Patch and Mika did their reaching out because they wanted to give money to the family. Whether that's right, whether that's wrong, I have no idea. That's what I heard. So Lily, I believe that that's already in play. Let's check. You're all welcome. Oh, that's cool because they're calling you the voice of reason. Enigma. People love a scapegoat. Oh yeah, they do. Of course. I mean, and I'm not going to be him. I'm going to remove myself for the entire scapegoat situation because guess what? Like, as I said, my live and then certain things being talked about this morning, it puts me in the situation, and I'm going to get myself out of it as soon as possible today. and I'm also going to keep it real and tell y'all and do what I said I would do, that I would come out and address it and leave it be. I don't even know that lady, but what I do know is some of y'all need Jesus. Okay, well, shout out to Jesus. You know, I have Jesus. Let's see here. Watch something else if this is so traumatizing for you. Well, thank you. I always say that to people. I say, listen, I say, it's just as easy to log off as it was to log on. Like, what is it? Like, everybody has the little YouTube button. Yeah, people don't have to watch it. But guess what? I'm going to say what I want to say when I want to say it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, taking Yaya's position on it and looking in the chat, not necessarily seeing any of y'all say continue, do it again, do a follow up, whatever. I'm hearing more of a it's dead, leave it alone, whatever, more than I'm not. And as I said, like that's why I'm interacting with you all, because I'm not sure. Like, people don't need to look at content creators like we get up here and we know everything. We don't know more than y'all. Like, most of the time, we're just presenting what we've heard. We're presenting how we interacted with people. We're just presenting. And it's up to the people to make up their own mind. And a lot of people think that we do the opposite. We don't know what the hell we're talking about sometimes. And in this situation right now, being as sticky as it is, I heard, yeah, I'm looking at the comments. I'm looking at my Instagram blowing up. I'm looking at whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to make my decision on my own and keep it moving. So we don't know everything. Trust me. I'm literally talking to you all, brainstorming to try to figure out, hey, pretty chocolate girl, good to see you. I appreciate you. No offense, but unless you're going to tell people or everybody else, I think it's unfair to just tell certain people. Right. Joy Queen, that's why we're live. Because that was definitely the backlash. Literally, people said, "Oh, you did that on Members Live because you wanted to talk about it." You know what people even dug down into? Oh, you and Resto could have talked before the live, so you can't say that he just popped up accidentally and da da da. Bullshit! I'm saying it right now. So there's so many different reasons, and people should know that. I'm saying it publicly live right now, and it's all backed up by, the live that whatever that we're never going to see again. But the thing is like, that's also a piece of the puzzle. They run narratives. Everybody knows I'm a troll, but I'm not trolling right now. I'll tell you when I'm trolling. I'll tell you I'll troll the shit out of you, and then you'll see it coming. But right now I'm being serious as hell. But people know me like that, know me in that capacity. So they will definitely think, oh, well, Envy had to come up with his own narrative and he called Resto. Nope. Tulsa, no. Right. Let's see. I still like Tulsa. I still want to know about that. No, I don't. I told you that I peeped the situation. I tell y'all 100,000 times, like, I'm cool with the back chat people, been cool with them for 100 years or whatever. Like, I have people everywhere. Like, it's like, because I'm usually on an island. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to navigate this damn YouTube a little bit different than most people do. Okay. I got, let's see, I got trolls. You all have pillow talkers, I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We do it in front of everybody. Some people do it behind the scenes. I don't do much behind the scenes. Anyway, you're caught between, I thank you. I know you left that comment a long time ago, but that was really, really cool that you left that comment, Adrian. I appreciate it. And thank you for your membership as well. Understand nobody escapes death. Okay, let's go. All right. Muffy's disgusted. And we please use your ban. Oh. All right. So I'm getting down to the comments. And then as I said, when I'm through with these comments, I'm going to tell you what the hell I think and what's next. Because as I said, one of the most disrespectful things for me to do with this situation in my eyes is to drag on this live to turn into an all night live, right? Like I definitely shouldn't do that. That would be stupid. Like let me address the issue. Let me see what y'all have to say. This shit's recorded in case y'all come up with some dumb shit later, and then I keep it moving on my own terms. Okay? All right. So let's keep going. I better not catch nobody ignoring Lemon doing it. I'm going to remind you every day for at least 3 days. We know you will, the Joy Queen. Your typing is deadly. You're like a evil Molly. Don't take offense to that. It's actually a compliment because I don't like normal people. Okay. I got you, but I don't even. Oh yeah. Me too, Jessica. Trust me. Like, I'm really bad with the banner. I'm really bad with a lot of stuff because, as I said, I don't ever want the conversation to derail. And I think banners and all that other shit derails the hell out of a show. Keep me honest. Okay, cool. We know you like to give us a good show. I do, Yvonne. My shows are set up where they start from the beginning, they start from the end, but I don't want to just give you a good show right now. Obviously this has a follow-up, obviously has a next thing. Most of my content, my goal is that you could sit on the couch and watch it because 3 episodes run into the next, 3 episodes run into that. I definitely want, and 90% of the time I have to sit my ass up here by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because of how I present things. And, unless I call for a crazy panel. Like for some ungodly, unknown reason, people don't think that they can argue over here or some shit like that. Even though I've been arguing on this damn app for years. I don't care if you scratch. We've seen it here. So I'm on a whole different level. People think that I'm a journalist or some shit. I'm none of that. I just report on what the hell I see, and y'all keep me going. You know what I'm saying? All y'all CCs that have monetized channels and talking about this lady need to donate that. Okay. I mean, that's a good suggestion, Lily Rose, but honestly, if we donated every time somebody said something about a deceased, a loved one, as something else, we'd all be broke. Okay. And as I said, like, I don't understand like the outrage. I don't. If the gentleman doesn't want to let the lady, okay, if that gentleman knows her, oh, not if that damn, I keep saying if that gentleman knows her best to know how she wants to rest her soul. Why are we God? Or why are we the family? What if that guy heard her say, if anything ever happens to me, YouTube's my extended family, let them know. Like, how in the hell do we know how they communicated? Like, are we in their room? Are we in their house? We don't know what the hell she said. You know what I'm saying? We don't. So look at that angle too. Everybody just assumes that hey, that person never wants to be talked about again because it's a negative issue. Of course, death isn't an amazing thing, but we don't know what the end goal of him wanting to speak is. And I'm not going to stop it, nor am I going to halt it, because I wasn't close enough with Sharika and whatnot for me to even have that debate. I'm just telling you, based on my own personal, we celebrate death. We don't look at it wrong because I know how my friends would think, and I know what we've said to each other, what we want to happen at our funerals, and then after and before whatnot. I told my friends, have a good ass time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I want you to remember me. We didn't cry when we were together. We had fun. So have fun. Put me in there, and in my organization, we get out shovels and we put dirt on top until we buried them myself. So I look at that the whole different way. Let me see. Hey, Lemon Pepper Stepper. I got mad at you in the chat. I don't know where it was. I don't know where I was. I was like, Lemon Pepper Stepper, I'm mad at you. And I always wanted to explain it to you. The reason why I said that is I just didn't see you around. I know you have a life. I'm not saying that you should sit at my channel all day and not feed yourself, have fun, be with your family, whatever. But I was just giving you a hard time a little bit. That's why I said, what's up? Because, you and I are buddies. We always mess around in the chats together. So I'm glad that you're here. The hubby or troll is keeping this going. See, we nailed that down. I actually thought it was a troll. I said that during that members only live that there could be that situation. Like when Resto dropped, I kind of the mood changed, right? And I was like, okay, so let's look at all different sides of this. So I thought it was a troll as well, but we were assured in a lot of different ways that it's not. Okay. See, I didn't know that part about the Discord. Oh, okay. Okay. Lemon pepper stepper. Let's see. Stacy, every day he has posted a new comment under someone's channel. So I feel that's what's keeping it going. Right. Thank you. He's not only doing that. When I said that he's sending DMs, don't you think I was the recipient of some of the DMs? 1 second. That's why we thought it was a troll. Because IG DM, Discord DM, comments below the description. He's in the bushes, but he really wants to talk. Then he was talked out of talking. That's why we thought it was weird. Trust me. I'll be accused of caping and being male identified. You always are, Jessica. It's okay. I got your back. For saying this, but Code was lumped into something that caused a fabricated label to be placed on him. So naturally, Code has a right to defend himself. And I'm defending him as well. The reason why I'm saying I'm defending him is because he was brought up. If somebody, goddamn, is my friend, Resto, you know what I'm saying? And Resto, listen, I rock with you, but I want you to not do this again. Because Binary didn't have anything to do with what we were talking about, but he just kind of got lumped in there. And there were a lot of different things said. And you got to watch when you bring up somebody's name. You can't say alcohol. You can't ask about cash apps. Can't ask about private this and that. And then boom, boom, boom. Answer your question and then say, well, Binary should talk about that. Binary would be the best part. Binary was this. Binary was that. So basically what's going to happen is people want to put him in the bucket of some of the conversation pieces that you had. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is if you are a man and you respect the fact that I'm conducting myself as a man, and you know damn well in real life, I would check you on that. What does it have to do with so-and-so? The reason why I say that is that's how a lot of people go to jail. Oh yeah, I was over at Envy's house before I went and robbed the bank. Like, what the hell? Like, what? I mean, okay. Well, y'all know sector, someone's going to bring it up. And if possible, they're going to try to interview that man. Right. And some people act like I'm sitting here interviewing the man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. What do I call my show all the time? One and done. If you guys think I'm going to talk about this shit again, you're crazy. I'll give you one of my, never mind. Yeah, you could cut a finger off. How about that? The joy. I thought he spoke to Lemon and everything was closed. Right. Well, me too, Stacy. That's what I thought. My members only live was literally just me talking shit about everything. Kind of like a version of let's talk about the streets update, but in my own like talking shit kind of way. My members only lives are different. And that's basically what I was doing. It wasn't about that at all because I thought that my closure was the phone call was had. Because here's the thing, what I said on the members only live, right? I said we got the best of both worlds here to move on. Number one, more people think that he shouldn't talk about it. I'm reading the comments and shit. Obviously, I'm interacting with you all. More of you feel like it needs to go away, but at the same time, you all think that the guy needs closure. Okay, cool. if he talked to Lemon or whoever or the case may be, and he comes back and he says it's closed out, I was thinking we were getting the best of both worlds because number one, it was done behind the scenes, the specifics, whatever needed to be handled. But at the same time, then on YouTube, we were informed about the situation. But it didn't end up being that way because he's still in. Listen, allegedly he's still in contact and all that other shit. That's what came from the members only live. Okay. Let's see. For the record, I am male identified, but I don't cape. I know you are. Well, I already said you are. He's a grown man. He can talk about whatever he wants. You don't have to watch it. Yep. Then to top it off, hey, you got people that are going to report on people that were reporting on it, and they will trigger people to start talking about it again. This is no different something of the paparazzi and CBS, CNN, ABC, whatever. You know, the only difference is we can press go live and speak. To get on one of those platforms, it's got to be something crazy. If you tell me you don't watch the news, or when you used to watch news, I would never. Because there's YouTube now, everybody tells on themselves. Might as well watch that. But if when you did watch news, tell me that you didn't have the 5 o'clock news, the 6 o'clock news, the 7 o'clock news, the 9 o'clock news on 10 different stations talk about the same damn thing. So, I mean, basically, we're just in a virtual space doing the same damn thing, right? Let's get your damn, I can't even click on anything. Let's get your powerful 411 whatever. Let's get you up out of here. Yeah, we're not putting you in timeout. You can go work out or whatever, okay? So moderators, I appreciate it. It's crazy. Oh wait, I'm nuts. Sorry, Adrian. It's crazy. This cannot seem to be laid to rest. However, I can't really judge you for breaking down the BS as CCs continue to speak on it. Some people do need a few things brought to light. Yeah, and for me to move on, Adrian, which I did say that I would do, especially like not especially Yaya saying it, but I do really respect Yaya and Yaya's opinion. I'm glad that she did come up here, but also for me to move forward and never talk about something again, I don't want it to resurface. Does that not make sense to people? Like, to stop talking about something, I would rather say I already said what I needed to say. Holla at you. But you know what? Hey, what about your members only lot? What about you talking to Resto? Oh, were you behind the scenes with anybody? No. I'm saying it right now so I don't have to talk about it. Who doesn't understand that? Whatever. Connected. Okay. Do y'all really believe that man is trying to contact somebody on YouTube? Yes, Candy Cane, we do. Stacy, yes, from what Lemon, but now people have an issue of if, hold on one second, let me put my earpiece in real quick because we have a guest. And I'm going to, as Jessica asked me to do, damn it, and I'm going to go ahead and put up a banner. Let's do this one. All right. What's up, Malik?
Okay, I'm coming to ask you one direct question.
All right.
Last night, Lemon said he talked to the boy, and both of them got closure. He shut it down, and he also said he knew that he was going to speak to somebody else, and I'll be damned if he was going to give one of you motherfuckers the satisfaction. So he shut it down. Now, are you saying that this man has been speaking to people in DM since last night?
No, I'm saying that people were speaking to him in DMs as of my members only live, which was after the phone call. What I mean by the phone call, I'm answering you directly. Ghetto, what's up, man?
Just give me clarity on what the phone call was.
All right. No. Here, I'll tell you exactly what happened. Okay. So the phone call at Lemon's like, hey, when he came back and said, talk to him and nobody needs to interview him. We're gonna dead it. My members only live was after that. So at that point, the members only live at the next day after that, that's when people said that they were getting DM. but it wasn't today. It wasn't yesterday. It was the day before that. We'll let him get it together. What's up, Ghetto?
What up, bro? Just up here
What's up,
cloud chasing.
Jazz?
I
Are
got
you
something to
clout
say
chasing?
later, but yeah,
I
man,
don't
just
mind you
chilling.
clout chasing. Yeah, I say that all the time, brother. Just to, so before other people could say it. Um, let's see. Gemini Binary has said in members and publicly that he didn't talk to Sharik offline and not talking to that guy offline. What's up, Ghetto? Go ahead, brother.
No, I got nothing. I was hoping that what is the did he is has more been done since Lemon shut this thing down for us?
It was alluded to. That's what I'm
Okay,
basically.
so I'm back. I'm back. Hold tight one day. 1 second, you know. So the conversation that they had on the phone happened before Lemon's live last night, to where he said he shut it down. The dude not gonna speak to nobody else about it. It's done.
Right, but the
Okay.
problem is it was like insinuated that the guy's going to talk to the guy's going to come out and speak, which obviously, as Resto said, Binary's the best to
Well,
talk to with this and that. But go
well. I
ahead.
guess the facts of the matter is, I was watching the replay, and somebody
Hmm.
I forget who it was said, "Lemon, look in the back chat, and then go to this page, and there's a
Hmm.
live schedule of the
Right,
interview."
right. I showed it. Did you see the receipt? That's why I
No, I didn't
asked
know who
Tulsa,
you
and
know who it
I
was.
don't know where the hell. Yeah, of course, I know how it all went down. So because I'm me. Um, that sounded terrible, but so basically, remember Tulsa was up there, and Tulsa dropped it in the back chat, and that's when all the, that's when there was a fire drill up there. Hey, I got to step away and talk to the guy, this and that, and then Tulsa ran over where the interview was scheduled to make sure that she put her name in the damn thing. Right here it is. Okay, everybody knows White Devil. I mean, I don't
I
know much
don't.
about.
I don't know
Right.
that person.
Okay. So like it's a person, look at this, right? This is what I asked Queen Tulsa. I said, why did you leave? Why did you drop from Lemon's panel when the guy called Lemon to make sure that you were the first comment on where the interview was scheduled? Because doesn't this say Sharika's widower tells all exclusive interview? And then Tulsa made sure that it was the first person that put a comment. And that's when she dropped from Lemon's panel, and that's why I put the poll out there. I was like, in Tulsa Troll, what did she do wrong? Not anticipate that there was going to be a phone call, or did she go over there and put her name down there, and then people started tripping? You see that right there? Literally, when she dropped out, when that dude was talking to Lemon, she dropped down and did that. That what you're looking at right there.
Okay. So that receipt is clearly before Lemon had the conversation and Lemon's live last night.
No,
So
that
okay.
was after. It was after Malik.
So this was today then, right?
No, late while he was on his panel that got put up.
On
While he
the
was on the
panel.
panel,
Okay.
Remember
All
they
right.
said, remember Tulsa was like, I'll put it in the
Oh,
back.
I don't know. I left the live after me and Lemon got
yeah, you were
into it.
before that. You were on there before that.
And then I came back and me and Talent was up there.
Yeah, but in
So
between that, in between the time you left and the time you and Talon was up there, Tulsa came up there and said, "Look in the back chat. This person is going to do an interview." And Lemon
But
said,
here's
"Let
my
me read
thing
it
about
out to
that,
them and
though.
speak to them."
Hey, fellas, here's my thing about it. I'm gonna say this and go. So, New Mexico is somebody that the beef sector really don't deal with. And I saw somebody ask who is Jason. Jason is New Mexico. Jason is disrespectful as hell. That's the white guy that had a play on his name, and he used the last name Chauvin, which is the officer that unalived George. What's his name? George Floyd. So I don't understand.
Yeah, Derek Chauvin.
Yeah, so I don't understand why an interview is even happening with
That'd
two
be the
good guys.
worst place.
Right. Number two, you can't just go to YouTube and type his name in and pull it up. He is so difficult to find. So in order for that interview to have been scheduled, somebody sent that man that link to his channel. Because you can't just type it in and pull it up. That's
And
why
thank you
I
so
feel like
much,
Tulsa
Carmen.
may have. That's why I feel like Tulsa may have her hands in the pot with that. I don't know. But that's really funny how this guy who came out of the clear blue know where to find Jason. Or am I
Okay,
overthinking it?
so when is the live? When
You're
is
not
this
overthinking it at all.
when is the
It's at
interview?
7. It's still scheduled for 7 o'clock today.
Okay. Oh,
If the husband was asking to be left alone, then I could see why people would say be respectful, leave him alone. But it's a lot of audacity to tell CCs to let it go when he wants to talk. Correct.
Mhm.
I mean, we're
And my
all
thing is
content
this too.
creators, but this wasn't that, but it is now. Go ahead. Thank you, Carmen.
This this is my thing too, right? If this man being contacted for all these interviews is such a big problem and he doesn't want to talk, why would Lemon take a private phone call instead of putting that man on speakerphone and letting him say it for himself so everybody can hear it? Because now it looks like Lemon is shutting down everybody so he can do the exclusive interview whenever he gets ready to.
so hold on.
Hmm.
Ghetto, did you see me and him get into it last night about the same thing she just said?
I did.
So thank you, RNY, because
You
I
welcome.
see that you seeing what I'm seeing.
Oh, I been peeping.
And so Ghetto, before I go, did you see Pete the panel killer and Big Homie get into it?
And that's where
I've
I
been
leave.
hearing
Y'all have a
about it.
good
I
one.
missed
I've
it.
got
What was that? Was that on that? I heard there was some. Ness had a live where the D9 was mentioned. Yes, I heard your
Yo,
wife.
that shit was when I tell you he if you ever watch Drink Champs, Jadakiss tell a story on how Nori took his dad back from a nigga in the club that he ain't know.
Yeah, yeah. He dapped him
So
up, and then when he was,
right.
then he was like, "Wait, nobody knows him." It was like, "Yo, give me my dap back. Nobody don't know you."
So he makes amends with MBK. And 2 seconds later, he say it's up. So MB say, damn, you take your dad back a minute ago, but it's just peace. Damn, what's what is yo, son? If you don't watch this, you gotta look at that 10 minutes. Cause P was on when I was like, damn, P, what the fuck happened? But P got a flashback or something, man, and he just was like, nigga. So your man was like, really? Really?
Malik.
He was like, come to Ohio. He was like, come on, son, really? I got all this shit. It was funny. But again, the lemon shit, I saw this shit. That's what I had. That's why we got into it last night, right there. Because I told him, them words that you said about how you interviewed it to shut it down are going to come back to bite you. And then you're going
Mm-hmm.
to say, I did this. I'd be damned if somebody else is going to do it on my watch. And I said, those words are going to come back to bite you right
I
there.
disagree though, Malik.
Okay, then okay.
Well, because I'm one of the people, the guy who's reached out pretty significantly, and he said, I know you're a businessman, and he knew a lot. He knows a lot about all of us, and he's
So
in the
now,
bushes.
so
And
now,
what he
Ghetto,
said,
listen. So you
well, you
you
didn't
just
let me
proving my
finish.
point.
How can I
Okay,
listen? You ain't let me
all right, go
finish.
ahead,
But
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
let you go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
Because the thing he said he wanted the most was a one-on-one with Lemon. He never talked about an interview. He wanted to come out on these streets. He said he just wants Lemon to hit him back. Lemon needs to hear his position. So if we keep in the street, the man is saying, "Listen, I need your help because you his man and you respected out here. I see you respected. You're not a bozo. So do me a favor, just get Lemon on the phone with me." And I said, "Come on, Lemon, talk to the guy." And so if I'm Lemon, I'm saying okay. And that's when Lemon came out 2 days ago and said, "You know what? I reached out to him. We missed each other, but I'm gonna speak to him." And the next day, Lemon came in and said, "I spoke to him from what the messages I got, and I can show them to you." He
God,
goes on and on and on. Just says, "I need to speak to Lemon." He goes on and on about binary and resto specifically, and I'm not repeating
Specifically.
nothing. It
okay,
Right.
specifically mentioned their names. And then he
so
came back to forget all of that. I only want to talk to Lemon. So if Lemon
okay,
talk to him, sound
so
like
you
he's doing
told so you told Lemon to rap to him.
I told what?
You told Lemon to go ahead and speak to him.
Yeah, I think he should get to. If he wants to, if Lemon wants us to stop being the story, he needs to speak to him, see what he wants, and tell. All right, I got you, fam. Whatever this dude is looking for, some closure. If Lemon wants to do it, Lemon. If Lemon wants to, sometime your caping goes what? I'm telling the truth. This ain't caping. This is just the truth.
Lolo.
Hey, and no banner again. Can you fix
Sorry.
microphone?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know, Jessica. Jessica, that's
Malik's
disturbing.
microphone does that quite a bit.
Malik was right
Well,
Let's see.
about.
Let me.
I'm gonna say this real
How
fast.
are
See,
y'all
Ghetto.
right if y'all
Oh,
hadn't
actually,
spoke to the
yeah, I
man and I
fixed
did?
it.
You know what?
Okay,
I'm gonna
yeah, I
let the
think the
people
auto
who didn't speak to
cancellation.
him
Go ahead. I
tell me
want to
what
hear
he
what you
wants. I'm
guys
gonna
are
go on
talking
mute.
about. Go ahead. Now, because
So
you're
I'm gonna let
making
all the
sense, but
people who I'm gonna let
so
all the
ghetto.
people who didn't speak to him let 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 us tell us what he wanted. I'm gonna go on mute.
Yeah, the calls were kind of upsetting, and the long messages were very upsetting. And like Ghetto said, he basically wanted to talk to Lemon. So if Lemon has spoken to him, I guess that should be it.
So I'm gonna say this. I've always said it was a bad idea to speak to that man. And you just said the same thing I said, Ghetto, but you said you encouraged, well, you told Lemon to speak to him. Here's again why I said it was a bad idea. He know all about you. He said, I know you're a businessman
it's
and
your
I know you're not a
businessman.
bozo and you respect it. However, I want to speak to that man.
Me too, Pam.
So
So no, my position for because Lemon wanted this to die. But
what
see,
I'm
the only
saying,
way it's gonna die, he's not gonna stop emailing us. If I don't respond, then he goes to Lolo. If Lolo won't
Yep.
respond, he goes to Sour Patch. If Sour
That's
Patch doesn't
okay,
yep.
respond, he goes to Beans.
okay, so
If Beans,
let's
whoever she is friends with in Discord that she has
That's what
messaged
I kept
before.
saying. That yes, the friends
okay.
list. That's
So
how
envy,
everybody
envy,
got
envy.
a
Hold,
message.
hold on. Let me go and stop. Let me kill this. Ghetto, it's not dead, yo. It's not dead. You know,
I'm not
and I
saying whether it's dead. No, no, no. That's not what I said though. I never said it was dead. I said if Lemon was to try to dead it, that was the way because that's what all he said he wanted.
okay, so
If I showed if I had the balls to show the messages and let you read them, you'd first have to realize he's using text to talk, so it comes out gerbil and gibberish. What you do see is please tell Lemon to call me. I really want to talk to Lemon. I just want to talk to Lemon. And so that's all I'm saying.
okay, Ghetto, back there, you hit back there is something for you. You can tell me your story. What I'm saying is this: it's not dead. The worst thing he could have done was
No,
talking to that man right there. That's why I keep telling you that man is seeking for something that he's not going to seek from getting some information. If the man know everything about you, dog, he done did his homework. He know who the weakest link is. That's why he was clear when he said to
hey
you, "I want to
Sarkonos.
talk to Lemon." That's
He
why he
did.
said that.
So
So
you're in
again, dog.
ghetto.
Oh, hey, envy, stop, bro.
Go
Let me
ahead.
finish.
Don't tell me
Let me
to
finish.
stop. Go ahead.
Okay, you right, yo. You got it, envy. You got it.
I'm not
No, I want to hear you
Jessica.
finish. Go
I'm
No, no,
ahead.
no.
literally not talking.
Apparently, you wouldn't let me finish.
All
You got it,
right,
envy.
I'm
Go ahead.
leaving
Let's
you
go.
guys.
All right, Lolo.
It's your word, envy. You got it. You're doing your big one, envy. Go ahead. Come on.
Whatever. Whatever. Keep going. You said, well, see, the thing is, all I was going to add at that particular moment, all I was going to add is that yeah, Ghetto's right. It never stops. It's like if Ghetto doesn't respond, then it goes to me, then it goes to Beans, then it goes to like, and then Binary was very, very firm that said the conversation will happen, and he wasn't putting it on himself. He said, "I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to speed it up." But obviously, that means something. But Malik, finish, please,
No,
because you were making sense.
I finished. I told you, you're not going to stop it. So now, all you got to do is watch. Because it's going to end unlike you think. It's not going to end like you think, dog.
Yeah, but lemon, but who's to fix it? So I guess so. What you're putting out is very generic, and
No,
I'm not a
ghetto.
generic. Let me
So ghetto.
finish, bro.
I'm
Go
not
ahead,
putting
Malik.
nothing out
Go
genetic.
ahead,
I'm being clear, ghetto.
it's very generic.
Some
Not
shit you
well, you're
don't
not,
walk
but
down.
you're not letting me tell you why I say it's generic. You're ready to respond before you hear what I have to say. I'm gonna land some facts for you. I'm not gonna be generic. What you're saying is it's not over. But the man told all of us he just wanted a one-on-one with Lemon. Now, I'm going to trust that Lemon had that one-on-one. If they had that one-on-one, then the only thing you're saying is not done, that he wants to get something in blood. Because I don't know what else he wants after this. What more? Why is it not over? What more does he want? And whatever he's looking for, nobody on this app owes him. So to the streets, it's done unless he's gonna stick somebody up. Then it's gonna go from there. But nobody on YouTube can provide him any more than what he was looking for. Lemon didn't know him that, but if Lemon gave it to him, then he gave it to him. But it's nothing. There's no nobody
Ghetto.
owes him anything.
Look, Ghetto. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up, man?
Malik. What I would suggest is that y'all remove her account from the Discord, because that is how
That was
people.
done a week ago, ZX. But once you remove from Discord, your account is still there. So we have to remove all our accounts for him not to have access to.
And,
He's
and we're
not
not
in the
talking.
group.
Yeah, we're not
He's not
talking about the
here.
main Discord. No, he's not. He's reaching out to everybody individually
Right,
and
right,
then
right,
going to the
right.
pages.
I'm trying to figure out how you can cut it off, and it wouldn't be nothing for Lemon to restart another one. If that is what you got to do to shut it
No,
down,
no,
cut it
ZX.
off.
It's like no ZX. It's like you can have an Instagram group, so everybody's in the
Right.
group, but you still have Instagram. So I can still DM you on Instagram even though I'm not in the group. So he's not in the group, but to
You
fact
can't
that I'm
Right.
not.
remove people. You can't remove people from the group on
Yes,
Instagram.
yes, they're
Yes,
Okay.
but
removed.
they
He's
still
removed.
have everybody's DMs. It doesn't
Yes,
remove
their
all the
personal
messages.
information.
Like,
I
let's
can
say I'm
remove.
in.
I can no. I can delete messages on Instagram. I can.
Not personal messages.
Not
Not you can't
personal.
stop somebody from directly coming to you. I guess we all could block him,
Let's
but we
say
can't.
no.
There
Let's
you
say let's
go.
say us three. Okay. Let's say no. But then he puts comments below the description in people's lives.
Well, don't go
Well,
to the
do
Like
me a
YouTube.
favor. Do me a favor. If y'all wanted to stop, refer him to my video to him and let that work on him a little bit more. Okay? Because if he's doing that, then he deserves everything I said. Period. Refer him to that video. Dog, well, I want you to go watch this. I'll talk to you, but I need you to go watch this because somebody needs to talk to him. Is he grieving? Yes. It should be over. Yes. I agree with you that if all he wanted was to talk to Lemon and Lemon gave him that, it should be over. If it goes any further, then I have to agree with Malik. He looking for blood. But if he's doing that, refer him over to my video because he's a bitch ass nigga. One of the two.
See,
And that's it.
the thing is, you don't think that he's going to come to your video if you cuss him out, right?
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, you should agree that he's clout chasing a dead woman. If that's what he's doing, then he's clout chasing a dead woman. And he deserves everything I said. It should
I
be
don't know.
over.
I don't know what him and Lemon's conversation was, but
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
Well, what
I
I'm
don't.
saying is right, and I get it. But this dude, the reason why he's not satisfied, ZX, is I'm speaking directly what happened on my members only live, saying that there's more stuff that he saw, whether there be a cash app for alcohol, whether there be a video, whether it be pictures, all that. He's pissed off about certain things. That's why he's going down the line. Hey, I saw
Well,
this DM that was from Resto or Lemon or what. He's
let
going
me
down the
ask you something.
line.
Let me ask you
Mhm.
something.
Yeah,
Have Have you heard him say that, or is Resto telling you that?
I have
Have
not
you
heard him
heard him?
say that. No.
Then it's not real. Then Lemon may be right because you're feeding off of what Resto said. Jessica B, I don't want to talk to that nigga. I said what I said. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to interview him. I don't want to know what's got him upset. His girl dying. That's enough. And speculating about what he saw, how he feel, what
You don't.
he's doing.
You
I'm
don't want
not
to
in.
talk to him, but you want to interact with him with a video
I
that.
don't want to. I don't want to. I made a statement about the behavior, wanting
But you
to
already,
talk to
yeah.
people. No, I made commentary about a person who should be grieving, opposed to going through someone's phone and trying to reach out to people on the internet about his girl. You goddamn right. If that's his mission, then he's a cornball or he's bloodthirsty. But in my video, I tell the fucking truth. If you jealous, you shouldn't be jealous about internet niggas. Be jealous about the niggas around the corner. Be jealous about whatever in her real life. If you want to blame somebody, blame your goddamn self. So all of those narratives should be over. It's over. And so I'm not trying to interact with him. I said if you do a goddamn interview, you's a bitch. And you clout chasing a dead woman. That's it. And if he wanted a conversation, he got it. Fuck what Resto said. Fuck what Sour Patch said. It should be over. But hey, if it ain't over, then he's a bitch ass nigga. Period.
How would you think that he would? Okay, so do you think his conversation with Lemon should just end it right there because that's the person he wanted to talk to? But why isn't he? Okay, let me ask you this, right? Okay, so I'm going to go along with what you're saying. If he had his closure conversation with Lemon and everything is good and we're just supposed to move on as a people, why is he not satisfied?
Who said he's not satisfied? You're speculating, which is adding fuel to the fire. You're speculating. Why is he not satisfied? He spoke to Lemon yesterday. Lemon said it. I got to take his word. It should be over. You're going off of what Resto said. You're not going off of nothing he said other than he wanted to talk to Lemon.
But okay, but you made a video after the phone call that was supposed to end it.
I didn't
So
make
why
no
wasn't it
fucking
over
video.
for you?
I didn't. No, we're not going to play the flip it back on you game. I made a video when he was talking about interviewing with Binary. I made a video that consisted of Resto and Binary clout chasing a dead woman. That was what my video was. I could give a fuck about text messages, the blame game, or anything else. The woman is dead. She can't defend herself. Why do we want to hear what he thinks about her activity? That is what my video was about. That's it. And if a bitch nigga is out here clout chasing a dead woman, that's a damn shame. That's what my video is about. Not,
What's
hey,
up,
come talk
Malik?
to me.
Malik?
Yo.
Huh?
Yeah, it's me, man. It's me. That's a gay ass
All right.
picture right there, dog. Oh, wow.
That's my picture, dog. But go ahead. What's up, man?
I'm letting them talk. I'm letting them
Oh,
talk.
okay. Okay. Go ahead, ZX.
Yeah, that I mean, that's where I'm at with it. I think it's simple, it's clear. It's either one of the two. Either it's over based on his request or desire to talk to Lemon, and that is done. So it's done. But if he keeps going and he's got a vent and he's got questions or he wants to be a part of the sucker, you clout chasing a dead woman. Let's call it what it is. And if he's angry and he wants to blame somebody and he wants a pint of blood, a pound of flesh, okay, then you really got misdirected anger. Like, we're grown around here. This ain't a conversation. Cut him the fuck off. If you cared about her, shut it down. If you don't, like Binary said, I'm going to do it. Clicks and views, baby. Clicks and
It's
views.
it's not over, ZX. We come on. It's not over. We know that.
Why? 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 Because you're going to keep it going?
No, this is it. I'm not talking about this shit again. I know why
You
I'm
said
talking about it,
I have
but
gotten listen, I got my groceries in the house. I put my food on the stove. I'm cooking. I came back. I listened for a couple of minutes. Last time I was here, Yaya was up here. And you said I'm done. I'm gonna stop reading the comments. This is it.
no, I
It's
said I'm
over.
reading the comments.
No,
People
you
keep
said
commenting.
from this point, I'm just showing you uh, my perspective of what I seen. When I left, you said this is the last comment that I'm gonna read talking about this subject. I let it go. I got off. I went started cooking, and then I came back, and you're still talking about it and speculating. You're
Mm.
speculating based off
Well,
of
people, there's
Resto.
nobody in here that has clothes. Look at these comments. Everybody's
Fuck
like
them
nobody's.
people. Fuck them
Why fuck
people,
the
man.
people? Fuck my
Because
comments.
no, then you let them lead you or you lead them. Which one is it? You lead your chat.
Actually,
Your
they come
chat.
here. They come
No, they
here to
come here
express
to
themselves.
troll. They
They're not
come here to
trolling.
troll. They
No,
come here to troll. And if you feed into it, you're
they're not
trollable.
trolling. Mm-mm. They're not
If I
trolling.
on my channel, if I say I don't want to hear that shit, see that shit no more from this day forward, guess what my mod's gonna do? Shut it the fuck down. Don't nobody run my shit but me. You don't run your shit?
I'm telling you that I already explained it to you that I'm looking at. You said fuck my comments, and I said I like my comments. So clearly, I'm clicking on the comments. So I run my channel, right?
No, I'm talking about you feed off of your comments. So they run you.
I
You don't run
interact with
them.
my no. I interact with my
So
comments.
if people come into your chat and they want to talk about it for the next 5 days, you're going to talk about it
No, I'm
because
not.
that's what. No, that's what you just said, Andy.
Well,
The
we have
people
a
in the
live that. Yeah, we have a live. Yeah, I know exactly what I said, but we have a live that's scheduled with shit in the chat. People want to. People are not stop typing about this. I said I would stop talking about. They're still typing about it.
they're still typing about it.
Yep.
Wow.
They
Okay.
want to know. Remember, I said I'm going to go through the comments so that I can figure out like what way we basically like group think, basically.
Wow. So it's not over because you're not going to let it be over. Just say that. As long
I
as the
mean, why are
people
you
want
up?
to
Okay,
talk
if you
about
want
it,
it to be if you want it to be over so bad, why are you talking about it
because
on the panel right now?
my commentary is about the stupidity of it all. Let's
Okay,
keep it funky. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not joining in
but
to
you
this
took the
madness.
okay. Well, you took the time to make a video, ZX, and now
You
you're
keep
telling us
talking
to
about the
direct him to the
video.
video.
You could no, I'm saying maybe you should go look at it because there was a lot of pointers in there about how man code is. You don't do that to a dead woman. That's what the video is about. I keep saying it. You keep talking about my video. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I
But
didn't
it
know about
wasn't
your
in.
video until you just told us.
No, you keep bringing it up. So the point is that my video is not in support of none of this shit. And my critique has been about how everybody is dragging it along and finding excuses to keep going at it a different way, which is what Yaya said.
You've been on many a panels talking about this,
You're
ZX.
talking about, and this is what Enigma was saying. Trying to find a scapegoat for your behavior is weakness.
I mean, is that it? You feel better? I mean,
No, I'm having a conversation. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful, but I
here's
do have a
my
perspective.
okay. Well, my goal, as I said from the beginning, was to come out here and basically let everybody. I wouldn't be out here if people weren't like, well, what dress will say? Why is it on private? This that da da da. So yeah, I did say that that's the last comment or whatever. But if people keep going, I'm not going to stop them from communicating their thoughts because I want to clear this up.
No, and
Trust
what
me.
do you? Let me ask you a question. You said I'm listening very carefully. You said I want to clear this up. What
Mhm.
do you want to? What do you want to clear up?
The fact that they felt like there was information shared in my members only live that I'm putting
And
under the carpet.
what information? What? Let's be clear.
Like what Resto was talking about and pulling in like a whole different narrative with him, binary, and what's actually happening, who he's reaching out to, all kinds of stuff. If
So
somebody tells me that I put a video on private, which the reason why I put it on private, listen to my rationale. The reason why I put it on private is because it turned into it being about the lady. I didn't have a
so
members only live about that. I privated the video because I was like, this isn't appropriate.
and
But
if you
that's when
record
people said, well, what the hell is going on? Like, what do you mean it's not
is
appropriate? What was said in there? Are you trying to hide something? Did you talk to Resto behind the scenes before the Like, I listen to the people. I don't just ignore it.
oh okay no, but recognizing that whatever was said on your privatized video, which was full of shit that you are
I do think it's
promoting,
full of shit.
or because you're telling us it was Resto. And what Resto, the
Because
narrative,
I'm telling
no,
people
let me
about the
finish.
video, but go ahead.
No, you're telling us about a narrative that was put out by Rusto that you thought it was unfit for the public. You hid it, you put it away, but then people say, "I don't got a membership." What did he say? And then you promote the narratives that Rusto said, speculation, and then you say, "Well, I don't think we should do this. This is totally inappropriate. We should let the woman rest in peace. But I do have the right to redress what Resto said." Who the
I
fuck is
100%.
Resto?
I 100. Well, hey, I
Y'all having a little
100%. I
speaking of
think that I 100% think that I have the right to say I already talked about this shit. I'm done. I guarantee you, I would have
But
been
are
in.
you?
Ghetto just told you. Ghetto just told you. He's in the situation unprovoked. So if
Well,
Ghetto didn't sit here and tell you that he got emails and he said that, hey, I know you're a professional, this and that and this, well, people would have asked him about that shit later because here's what's going to end up happening, ZX. There's
all
going to
right.
be
Let
a
me
whole
ask you a
people
question.
thrown into
Will
the
you take
same
a?
motherfucking
Will you
box.
take
Go
a?
ahead.
Will you take a? Will you take a cash app, a sizable one, to just leave it the fuck alone, or you're gonna continue to feed into your chat because it's your chat. You don't want to do it, but your chat is talking about it. But your
I'm not
chat
going
ain't
to.
hitting your. But your chat isn't hitting your cash app. Would you like a cash app and maybe you can ignore your chat then? Will that happen? Okay, I mean, I'm
No.
just no, because you want to do it.
I'm not.
Is my
My
point.
chat's not for sale. They're not for
No,
sale.
yo, no. Are you for sale?
No,
You
because I
are.
told you I'm
You
not
are.
taking the cash out. Why are you
No, you
talking to me
are.
about having content? If I sit up here and I tell you,
I'm trying
like
to
when I
show
get
you
irritated with
hypocrisy.
somebody, I just say you're right. Cool. I'm making
No,
content.
I'm saying that you want to do this. It's not that you can't.
That is
I'm not.
100% true, Carmen.
You want to do it. You want this shit. This is your content today. What Resto said.
so
Not caring that Lemon spoke to the man. Lemon said it should be dead. Everybody pretty pretty much said it should be dead. But you want to join the Pizarro camp and say, let's go. Look, we got to keep it going.
Lemon has
So
nothing to do with what goes through my brain and how I think on a daily basis.
so y'all kind of going round and round and round, and I don't want to
About
interrupt y'all.
nothing.
And this is MB's channel, but Malik, I want to Malik, me and you have a miscommunication because we're both right. I'm not saying it's over. What I'm saying is you can't go to Lemon and expect Lemon to end it. Lemon did what the guy wanted. Everybody I spoke
Right.
to said the same thing. So if Lemon spoke to him and he still wants to keep it going, if I was Lemon, I wouldn't address it no more because I would say of everybody, I'm one of the only people that had a one-on-one with him the way he wanted to have a one-on-one. Now, if the results wasn't what he was looking for, he has a right to do what he wants. But I'm going to at least say, as a man, I spoke to you. We agree to disagree. I'm done. The next move is yours. If I was Lemon, I wouldn't bring this up no more. And I think you're suggesting that Lemon, and I might be misunderstanding you, but I think you're suggesting that Lemon has more to do. And this is not caping for Lemon because I'm the one to tell Lemon, man, at least talk to the guy. If you wanted to go away, you could at least talk to the guy and then say, I spoke to him. It's over from my end. That's all. Now, whether he waited too long, Joy Queen,
Oh,
I don't
Carmen.
have an opinion to that.
And Carmen, you're right, Carmen, because here's the thing. Trolls don't come over here trolling. They don't.
Bullshit.
They don't.
I see
Can I?
black
Not
sector
me.
trolls in your chat. I see black sector trolls in your chat. You don't. Maybe you think they're real people, but go ahead.
So Ghetto, listen. I will agree with you. The reason why I said it's not over because of this right here. Whatever they talked about is what they talked about. But when Lemon said the words of "I shut it down," now you got this. Because again, this is why I said it. The man specified Lemon. Everybody is going to want one up on Lemon. And you know that little bro, the first chance he get one too many rocks, his whole thing is going to snap. That's why I said had he never even entertained it, this wouldn't be going on.
He
Again, I
had
get what you.
he had to entertain him, Malik,
Okay,
because
so
his
I agree
people.
with you, Ghetto. Listen to me. Because we get like go back and forth, and because we saying the same thing. I get it. He had to entertain it for closure. That's what he said.
No, he had to entertain it to tell him, listen, the people in Discord, they were here for my group. Sharik only met them through me. You reaching out to us to ask me to speak to them. Look, I'm gonna give you this conversation because you won't leave them alone. That's the only reason I'm doing this. Other than that, I don't want to be involved. So that's why we were all telling them, and Lolo will come back. We was like 6 people saying, Lemon, please, he keeps emailing us and we feel bad. He's looking for you. Just have a conversation with the guy. That's it. And Lemon did that, I would think, for us because we put the pressure on him. I know I put the pressure on him because I was tired of
and
homeboy hitting me up.
okay, now again, I get why you said to do it. However, it's not going to play out like that. That's what I was saying to you. It's not going to play out like that because again, once Lemon made them comments, and I get what he was saying, he wanted closure and bring the guy closure. Now this is what you're gonna keep getting. You're gonna keep getting this because again, I had nothing against Envy, but every time somebody in the chat say something, Envy gonna entertain it. Whatever Binary
Right.
say, whatever Resto say, he gonna see.
Right.
That's how it's gonna keep going. So again, what he wanted to do for closure, it's not gonna happen because again, you know, like I know, the moment he get one too many drinks, he's gonna go on demon time.
Yeah, but forget the drinks aside. I'm
Okay,
just addressing your
You
comments
talk
you had.
about, wait, hold on. Let me ask you that. You said on Demon Time. I mean, with who? You? What do you mean
what are you gonna
Demon
what?
Time?
So
On
what are you gonna
what?
go on? What are you gonna go on demon time? The man clearly said it. I'm telling you what he said. He said he put it into that shit, not on his watch. Now you got Resto saying something, Binary saying it's definitely gonna get that. See, Now everybody got to one up him.
So we're trying. So we should see. We should look up at Lemon like he's at the top of the castle and say
See,
we're not gonna. We're gonna do what he says. Are you
so
fucking
see,
Well,
crazy?
so,
Are you
so,
and that's what it
okay?
comes down
so,
to.
so, so
That's what
hold
it
on.
comes down to.
No,
Lemon jumped in a leadership role here, and in fairness, the guy said he wanted to speak to Lemon. Lemon is what he was laser focused on. He said that the only reason I'm doing this is to speak to Lemon. So that did put him at the top of the
but,
poll on this. Now,
but
you all have a right to continue to talk about what the hell y'all want to talk about. But if I'm
Right.
Lemon, I'm saying that's them. I'm not suggesting they talk about it. I'm saying I shut it down. But if they want to keep talking about it, then that's on them. I ain't addressing this shit. But that's
now,
just my advice for little bro.
right.
Right. He
That's
can
what I'm.
say that, but he can't tell us what's gonna come out of our mouths. Are you
He
So,
nuts?
cannot,
so
and nor should he try to.
Envy. I mean, again, ghetto.
What does
I
he
get.
say consistently? What does he remind us all of? This is my shit,
See, right there.
right?
See, this is what I'm saying. He won't even let me finish talking to you. And again, ghetto, I get totally what you're saying. You wanted him to do the thing and take the advice of Big Bro and get out and get it. Unfortunately, it's only going to make it go more. And again, I'm saying this. I have nothing against Lemon. You know that. Nothing against Envy. But the moment he get wind of something and he get one too many drinks, you know what he gonna do, homie. You know it.
I don't know. I don't know what
All
he's
right.
going to do, but
So
I
you
will
guys
say
are
that.
scared of Lemon yelling?
Who's
Okay.
scared?
So
Like,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what he's
hold
going
on,
to
hold
I
on,
do,
don't
ghetto.
but I
understand.
will
Like
Hold,
say
hold,
you,
hold,
why
this.
do you keep saying that though? That's the third time. Like, what does that lead to? Okay, Lemon gets
hold on,
one too
ghetto.
many. Who's he gonna yell at?
So hold on, ghetto. Well, see, nigga, I ain't scared of a fuck thing. You already know it. Again, you brought this back out here. See, that's why I say, whatever happened in your members only, you decided to bring this out here. Because you
Oh
kept saying,
well,
my member, see, this is what I'm saying. See, I'm not scared of it. You know
Well,
that. I'm not scared of you. You know that. So what I'm telling you
I
is
don't understand why we're
the whole,
doing this.
okay,
You hear
the
my
whole point,
tone? I'm not
the
on
whole,
that.
okay, Envy, if you're not going to let me speak, my nigga, I walk away. I'm definitely going to say what the fuck I got to say, dog. Come on, yo. If you going to be a man, be a man. I'm just
You're
telling
all
you,
over the
this is
place. Just ask me, tell me what
Envy.
you want to tell me. You keep telling me
And
that
I just
another
told
man
you.
is going
I
to go
just told you.
off.
No, I
I don't
just
talk
told you.
to, I don't have
Hey,
conversations
Envy, you
like that
got me.
about,
Hey,
oh
Envy,
yeah, this
listen,
dude's going to go off. Why do you keep
Envy.
telling me that
Okay,
that Lemon's going to
Envy,
cuss when he gets
Envy,
drunk?
Envy. Listen, you got it,
Like I'm
yo.
trying to figure that out.
I said to you, Envy, you got it, yo. I'm not going back and forth with you, yo. It's your word. I said what I had to say to
So,
ghetto. Me and ghetto cool. Ain't
yeah,
no hard feelings.
always. I'm cool with everybody. I'm not getting,
So
man,
ghetto,
listen, we
me and you,
lost the
ghetto
show. I'm
again.
not getting upset with
Me and
anybody.
you cool again. This nigga right here and got his panties up his ass.
But my thing is, if anybody else after Lemon say, look, the guy was asking all my people in Discord to just get me on the phone. I got on the phone. Me and Mines is done with this. You're saying it's not over, but I'm saying from a Lemon perspective, he could say, I am the only one the guy wanted to speak to, and I had a one-on-one with him. Now, the only thing I will entertain is Joy Queen saying, well, it could have been done quicker. Well, it could have. I don't disagree with that.
well,
But
let
it
me
happened.
add something. Let me
Go
add
ahead.
something to let me add something to you too. Ghetto. Stop entertaining any parts of it. That's it. Yeah, I get it. You don't have to defend Lemon. Let it stand at what it is. Stop feeding into it, man. Stop trying to explain it. You shut it off. If other people want to continue, don't be a part of it. That would be my advice to you.
Oh, I'm not, big bro. I'm not.
And
All right. That should be it. Like with this
Molly said,
They
conversation,
just
Molly,
asked me a
Jesus.
question, so I was answering for
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
Molly said,
don't
Ghetto, do you think Lemon deserves the content? That's what Molly said
see
to
that's what
you,
wow.
I'm saying,
Ghetto.
ghetto.
To,
Ghetto. See, me and you saying the same thing. That's what I'm saying. You want the best for little bro. You want him to get it. But however, see how your man over here, Mr. Ron Johnson,
Mm.
he know exactly what I'm saying, man. He know exactly what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. At some point, Lemon did like Z said, he took the lead, he did it, he had the conversation. But you all know, and this is what I'm saying. It's not necessarily saying envy has to, but everybody wants to get one up on Lemon because he at the top of the chain.
That's true.
If I was
That's what
him,
that.
I would let them have that one up and be like,
But see,
fellas,
now
do
ghetto,
what
I
y'all want to do,
totally
but it's
agree.
not his fault.
Listen, I totally agree with what you just said. And this is why I'm saying it to you. Lee, you know that little bro, once he get one up in him, two up in him, Paul, it's gonna go left.
He gonna
That's
start cussing
Here's what I'm asking
everybody
you,
out. I
Malik.
get it.
I
I get it,
really want to
Malik.
know this, Malik. I really do. I'm listening to you. I agree with a lot of what you're saying. I'm trying to make the connection with him going off. Is he gonna yell at all the content creators for bringing it up? Is that I'm trying to get the rationale because I'm hearing the way that you're explaining. I get it. I'm agreeing
okay. So
with you a lot of
let me
stuff.
say
I just want to know that part. That's
okay.
it.
So listen to me. Let me say this to you, and I'm gonna give this to you, dumb down. He can
Damn.
cuss at 100 people, right?
Well, I don't need to dumb down. I'm smarter than
Listen
you,
to
but
me.
go
Listen.
ahead.
He can cuss and fuss at 100 people, right? Somebody gonna respond, and guess what? He's still at the top of the fucking food chain, dummies. That's what I'm saying.
Of what food chain?
You know what? ZX, you know, I don't
I
know if I don't know if he playing dumb or he just licking the windows on the bus for fun. You get what I'm
No, but
saying, yo?
but see, the thing is perception is everything. Your food chain could be different from mine.
The man
I know what
said
you're saying.
he had a
The dude
conversation
that
to
gets
no listen,
oh
Lemon said he had a conversation to did all this. And he got out in front of them before everybody else did. Only for the next morning. Now y'all talking about it and somebody gonna interview the man. Again, that's what I'm saying. Those two people have gotten the closure they wanted. However, you two didn't, or you three, or whoever. And I'm not saying you in the sense of you personally, Envy. And you all know Lemon is not going to just go like that. He's going to come back with, now I got to eat for you, you know. And this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. As much as Ghetto said the conversation was good, I give you one better. The conversation that
Oh, I
they
don't know
had.
what the conversation
No,
was, Malik. I don't know if it's
listen.
good, bad, or
No,
indifferent.
I'm saying, but the fact that he had a conversation with the guy was good. I'll give you one better. He should have never said he had a conversation with the man.
mm,
I think he
now
did
that's
that for
real.
No,
I think he
listen,
did
Ghetto.
that for us. I
But
think
but
he did
again,
that for us. I
Ghetto,
think he did
listen.
that for us that was getting communicated with to let us know that we
But
can
Ghetto,
go.
listen. I get. You can look at it that way. But again,
No, that's the way
if
it
you,
is for me, Malik. It's not the way to look at it. That's reality for me.
okay, so Ghetto, we know how he rocked with you and you rock with him. Again, if that's why he did it, cool. Unfortunately, you got other content creators trying to get one up.
Yes, but what does that have to do with Lemon? I don't see how
Listen,
you putting that on Lemon. That's
no,
them. They can have.
listen.
They can do that.
Okay, Ghetto. You know little bro is going to double down every time, yo. He going to split the deck and try to get 21, 21, 21, 20. You know
We
it.
shall see. I don't have no feeling about that. I'm only concerned with how Lemon dealt with what happened to us in Discord. If we
And
wasn't in his Discord talking to Sharika, we wouldn't have been reached out to.
and yes, do you see what I'm saying? I'm
I
not
see what
knocking
you
what you.
say. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah. I'm not knocking what you said for him to do, Ghetto, or how ZX said it. He took Big Bro advice and ran with something, and it worked. However, based on what I'm hearing, that's why I wanted to be clear. When was this members only or this other information came out? And it came out, like you said, after the conversation and after his
Right.
live last night. That's why I
Right.
said right there, those words was gonna come back to bite him. I didn't even see it. I knew it. Because now everybody gotta double down. And listen, you know Lemon not going out like that, yo. You know he's not going out like that.
I'm confused as to what's supposed to trigger him. That people reached out and talking about this after he had his one-on-one conversation like the man requested. If I was Lemon, I wouldn't give a fuck, alcohol or
Okay.
not.
So
That's the
listen.
part I'm not connecting for me.
Okay, so listen to me. And I'm gonna say this only because it's us right here and Ghetto, you really can get it. Everything you saying was for his embetterment, right? But we all know how he feels about death. And that's going to be the trigger. Because contrary to popular belief, he ain't finished grieving, dog.
Yeah,
Lemon
but
not
what's going to
finished.
trigger that? Other people are talking about it.
Listen, that's what's going to trigger him, dog. Because
I don't.
again,
I don't. I mean, I
you
don't know
gotta
Lemon
listen.
that well.
You gotta listen. I was never in Discord. I'm sure that they got a bond though. That's evident. That's like I never was in Discord. I know you and Lemon got a bond. As much as you say Lemon play, there's certain things he gonna stand on. And he not gonna never let nothing come in between the bond that you and him got. The same way he'll tell you me and Malik go back and forth all the time. I'm not never gonna go out to Lemon, dox him or do no crazy shit. That's how. And again, if you got a bond with a person, you got a bond. However, a lot of people want his spot. And that's what I'm saying. What started off that was something for the good and the betterment of two people is get ready to fucking catch wildfire.
Not just two people. Everybody that was getting contacted in
Okay,
Discord.
so what started out for the embetterment for everybody in what in this point is wildfire. So at this point, all you got to do is buckle up, because right now, Lemon just threw up 1,000 perks, and a lot of people didn't grab them 1,000 perks, and it was only 5 people out there. I'm
But is
telling
that
you.
on them or is that on Lemon? I guess
Listen,
that's why I'm confused. That's why I'm not
I'm not
understanding
saying this
your
on. Listen,
position.
I'm not saying this on Lemon, but we all know that one too many drinks and the wrong word said and he take it the wrong way, he's going straight on demon time. You know it, Ghetto. ZX know it. Envy know it. And I know it. You know that.
I actually
Because,
don't know what he would go off on. If I was him,
okay,
I'd be like, y'all keep talking about it.
but what
Y'all
I'm going
gonna
to do
reach
is
out
this.
to the man. That's on y'all. I
You
handle
right.
my end.
You right.
I'm
The
about to go
Ravens,
live and cuss out some people. I'll be back later. Y'all have
yeah,
a good night.
you right, Ghetto. I get where you're coming from. The Ravens play at 8:20. I got to finish up here and jet to the stadium and go in the back way because my big dog got past it. Shout out to my man that's with Phi Beta Sigma because he came through like a big dog on this one. But again,
Blue Fi.
by the time the game over and I log on at midnight and I see you and you see me, just say you called it. I'm telling you, if it don't happen tonight, it's gonna happen before his 2 days off because we all know again he don't take death well. And one too many drinks, somebody gonna get it or something may come out. Just trust me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, my thing is me personally, I whether it be Lemon or Pizarro or Ness or whoever the hell it is, I'm not gonna tell them how to deliver commentary to their people that they know best. And I had too many people ask me what happened in the members only live. Since I covered it, since I'm done, now I get a. That's the
Hey,
best way to say. I don't have to say shit. I said
yeah,
everything
you right.
already.
You
It's
right. Hey,
simple.
hey, Ghetto, I'm out of here like last year.
All right, brother.
So Ghetto, without all the energy, why is the main like are we really sitting here flipping a coin to see if Lemon gets drunk and yells?
I'm still lost as to what he would be upset about. Lemon should only be worried about what he can control. He cannot control the other content creators with their own platform, with their own following.
Nobody's gonna tell me what to do. You can scream, you can fly over my house, you can shoot at me. I'm gonna sit here and do whatever I want. Here's the thing. Now, if Lemon does want to be a fucking leader or whatever the case may be, it's not about my live or anybody else's live. Now, if that man asked him specifically on that phone call, which we don't know anything about, hey, could you please, on my behalf, have people stop harassing me? Or I don't want to talk about it any further. I don't want to interview. I would understand if he'd be mad if all of a sudden that dude had an interview scheduled at 7:30 on so and so's platform after Lemon came out and said this man doesn't want to talk.
Well,
But
that man,
people
that man,
talking about the topic, never. Nope.
Well, that man couldn't say that because he is out here making a spectacle of his own
And
situation.
people, yeah, and people don't understand that either. People aren't putting that together that this dude has reached out. This dude has talked. This dude puts, if people put comments below the description, right? Like in binaries, for example, he mistook binary for lemon in his own damn comment. Said, I understand the issues that you're going through, meaning like drinking. You guys have a similar situation. Like when he put that down, he thought binary was lemon. People don't understand, like, you have to get to a closure point so that you can move forward. If people start asking me a bunch of questions out in the streets or whatever about my members only live and this and that, then I got to answer questions. You know what I'm going to tell them if they start bothering me about this shit? Go watch the live. Go watch the live.
Which
It's
live?
recorded. This
On
one
with
right
Lemon.
now,
All
where
right.
I'm setting the record straight on my behalf based on what my supporters
What is
wanted
your
me to
position?
do.
What is your position?
My position is that the gentleman should not be out here interviewing. But Ghetto, I did put out something a little controversial that says, now I know everybody's going to say clout chasing this and that, whatever. We are not God. We don't know what her dying wishes were. We didn't know. We're not him. We don't know the connection. What if she actually says, if anything ever happens to me, my extended family's on YouTube, let them know this, and this. There's so many different angles. You know what I'm saying? But Resto painted that picture of his angle and all the other stuff. And people are always going to say, hey, da da da, what is this? What is that? Not only does the person that passes rest in peace, the people that are still alive have to rest their soul based on the closure of the situation, Ghetto. ZX announcing this. See, that's what I'm saying right there, Carmen. Like, hold on. Don't nobody utilize the commentary for anything. ZX told us to take him to the video, and he just said that he's going live to cut some people out. That's crazy. He said, I'm looking for clicks and views. I'm a content creator. I'm definitely looking for clicks and views. Just like when go to your platform. But I can get clicks and views talking about something else. You know what? You know where you list. You know where you lose clicks and views when your supporters start not trusting the fact that you're not going to address what their concerns are. I have concerns that were, especially my members and my mods. When I get calls from mods that say, hey, the members, da 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 da, whatever, I was in there and I get some advice and talk to them and all that, like my best bet is to come out here, address what people were concerned about based on my members live, and then keep it moving. Like why? Like ZX is allegedly not invested, but he made a video and he's going live. Like you guys, I mean, wow. Who's that black in the thumbnail? I know that ain't you. That is me. That is me. I used to get more sun. Stefan. Alcoholics are selfish, immature, why also drunk. So Ghetto, so let me ask you this, Ghetto. Why okay, based on everything I told you, from the members live to like I'm not sure why Malik's concerned that he's gonna quote unquote freak out or whatever the case may be. And then the next thing and the next thing. Like, okay. Do you know it's okay, let me ask you this. I'm not gonna ask you a leading question. I'm gonna ask you a direct question. Is it over?
So over is relative. Is it
Do you
over from whose perspective?
do you feel like the commentary based on the situation is deaded?
But isn't it different perspectives that it comes from? I think if I'm Lemon, it's over because the man wanted a one on one, and I gave him the one on one. What anybody else does, no one can control, and nor do I try to control things that I can't. So if I was Lemon, it'll be over. If I'm Envy, I guess I'm learning from you that you let your chat drive the commentary. So if your chat wants to keep talking about it, then you're willing to entertain it.
Here,
So it
but
depends
but
on the mood of your chat if it's over.
but
I
it's
don't listen to binary.
crazy. Go ahead, binary. What?
I don't listen to binary, so I don't know if it's over for him or not. And I don't
Binary
see.
said pretty conclusively that the conversation is going to happen.
Oh well, then
I don't think that he means with himself. I think he knows whatever. Because Resto Binary are mentioned by the guy specifically. Yes,
he
he wants
has
to
to.
talk to Lemon, but
Mention them
Resto
to
and
me.
Binary are number 2 and number 3.
He mentioned them to me, if I'm being honest, it wasn't in a positive light.
Right, I know that. I know that. And people get.
So why
I
would they think he's
listened.
going to want to talk to them?
I. Why does he want to talk to him?
No,
Because
why
the
do they think he's going to talk to them?
because of the way that Resto presented it yesterday is that these interactions with her would probably piss him off.
These interactions with her, what does that mean?
They had freaking he said they had their own Discord rooms and shit like that.
Well, that's why I can tell Resto that he's not being fair because the man has obviously read everything. He read. I had interactions with um, Sharika, but he see they were above board. He see they didn't violate his relationship or
Right,
my relationships that I was in. So that's probably why he was comfortable talking to me more, right? Because he could
right,
say, "At least I'm looking in here, and you wasn't trying to smash my girl," right?
right,
So if after that he said, you know, but I'm a paraphrase, so I don't get too deep in this. But if
right.
after he says, I don't like how Resto and Binary are dealing with this after the fact,
Yep.
or because he says, I never agreed to an interview with anybody. He says, I never planned to interview with anybody. He tells me that specifically. Again, I want to be, I'm trying not to keep this going as Ghetto said this and Ghetto said that, but he clearly told me he was not interested in interviewing with nobody. Then Resto is not being honest. He does not want to talk to Resto per what he said to me. Now, if he's saying multiple things, I don't know him well enough to know where his integrity lies.
No, he's not happy with Resto because Resto reached out. Yes, Resto did reach out or whatever. And Resto did tell me on the Members Live yesterday or the day before that he said that he canceled the interview with Resto. So clearly he didn't want to talk to Resto publicly.
Exactly. Okay, well, at least he was
You
honest
know,
about that.
he was because I was like, hey, let's like really look at this. Does he want to talk to you? And the reason why I said that is because the way that he framed it around all, and I didn't like the fact that he added binary, and no one else did either. Hey, I was in a chat room with Sharika and someone else, but then 2 sentences later he would say binary be the best to speak on such and such. I'm like, God damn, bro, like you're dry snitching. Like he kept saying, oh damn, I think I dropped some of the tea or whatever, whatever. And then when I was talking about cash apps and how she got that liquor and all the other bullshit, he dropped, boop, and said that he pushed the wrong button. He looked real weird with it. And as I said, my only objective is what I've said 100,000 times. People were concerned about my live being on private and information that was being shared. I'm coming out and letting the people know what they wanted to know because then I don't have to talk about it again. If you want to talk about something again, you leave a cliffhanger. Oh, well, tomorrow we're going to see how this rolls out because of da 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 da. I'm doing this because I don't want to talk about it again. And I don't care. Some people are going to say I use it for content. Some people are going to say I try to clear my name. Some people are going to say I'm full of shit. Whatever. Ghetto, you can't change the people's minds on this app.
You sure can.
If they love you, they love you. If they hate you, they hate you, and they're not going to change. I've had beefs for 4, 5, 6 years, and we don't even remember what we're arguing about. We just don't like each other. Yeah, like on this app.
disagreement with that.
Right. Some of the trolling you've done, like, oh, you room shaker. Like, people, whatever narrative people want to believe, they're going to believe. But here's what I'm saying. Okay, cool. So it rolls out. It rolls out the way it rolls out. But what I'm saying, I'm going to ask you again, based on the activities, that you've communicated, I've communicated, everybody else has communicated. I'm going to ask you two questions. It's a two-part question. Number one, do you feel like it's over? And number two, do you feel like he's going to do the interview with somebody else other than Lemon?
I, per what he told me, just going by what he told me, he won't be interviewing with anybody. He just wanted a one-on-one conversation with Lemon. So I think the answer is no, but we shall see. Because I will say, um, I haven't gotten the greatest uh, feeling about dude. I would like to see. I wish I could see what he said to everybody. I know what he said to
Ye-
me, but he's done so much talking that I would have to. I would be
ye-
uncomfortable that he might have
Yeah,
said something to me or
I'm
something.
glad you said that. And Vibrant said Resto insinuated that he himself, Resto, canceled the interview, and within minutes he said it was a mutual decision between himself and Dude. Not the first time Resto has talked sideways. Um, and I want to say that to you. I'm glad that you said that. People, there is a percentage of people that feel like this person is just a troll. Period. Now, there are a percentage of people saying that Sharika spent a lot of time online. Where was he? And why is he so concerned about YouTube now? If he wasn't concerned about YouTube then when she was on panels and Discord and whatnot, how can you be concerned about it now after the fact? This outrage, I don't like it from the dude. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't I wouldn't really give him a voice because he's dictating his actions based on what the hell I think his motive is. Like he literally, we never heard from Sharika. Yeah, my dude wants me to get off the phone. Yeah, my dude wants me to get off the panel. Yeah, my dude wants me to do whoop de whoop. Now he's on here outraged. But obviously that's probably because of what he found in the phones. That is his problem with people. He is there's a hierarchy of how pissed off he is with people based on what he's discovered via his investigations. Period.
No, no, this has been a good conversation. I'm glad we had it with mostly men. Not that women aren't capable, but at least we can just keep it from a male point of view, and I don't have to try to figure out other emotional stuff. But man,
Right.
I hope this dies soon because this
I do
is
too.
it's getting a little gang goofy.
Yeah, well, I removed myself from the situation. I know that. I know that. I wish somebody would ask me about this shit again. Go watch the live. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but at the same time, Ghetto, damn well the best way to release yourself from the situation is say something and then, wash your hands of it. You've crossed the burning sands, right?
Bro, I've
Like,
crossed the YouTube sands too like an idiot.
yeah, you did. Your feet are still burning. Um,
Don't know
in
why I
relation
signed up
to,
for that.
yeah, well, you're in it
But in any
now.
conversation like this, you won't ever see ghetto in it. If you damn sure won't see my face no more. I am retired. I'm gonna make an announcement on women's later.
Okay.
I
We'll
was gonna
come
join
find
in,
you.
but the conversation is too.
You saying you're retiring from what, Ghetto? Camming up?
Huh? Oh, I
You're
got
you're retiring from what, Ghetto? Camming up?
yeah, I'm being doxxed again, Envy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, all over again for the third time.
Oh man, well, you show these people too much of where you're driving into, bruh.
Absolutely
It's
have.
not hard to find a damn building if you tell them the city you're
Well,
in.
no. All my biggest mistake was coming on here with my real name to begin with. It's not
Oh
that.
yeah.
So all they gotta do, all my positions are very public. I'm a extremely public account. Work for major cities only. So all you
Damn.
gotta do is Google my name and come across 10 stories of me being announced to a new city and pictures with the mayor and um. So that's all he had to do. From there, um, Uh, they just doxed me again, and
Damn.
and
Well,
I'm
they're
saying
saying
to
right
myself,
down here, they're saying, yeah, that took people by surprise here. They're like, who is doxing? And wait, what?
yeah, it's unfortunate, but whoever it is consistent. So it goes back years. It could be somebody who really who acts to like me, who, but it's unfortunate because they kind of they kind of embarrassed themselves because before I did too much at my job, so I had to pay the price for that. My man was the president. The second time they did it, my job goes through all the videos and say, well, this has nothing to do with us. This is what you do in your personal life. And,
Correct.
case closed. This time, the same thing. Long as, we don't know what's going on, Brad, I'm gonna say my name since everybody knows it. It's weird. We researched. We sent it to the state to try to see where it's coming from. This email does not originate from the state of Wisconsin. We're a state agency. We don't care about residents in other areas offended by our CFO, and it has nothing to do with the job. So we just got to go through these through all of these videos though that we've been sent to make sure you never mention your position with us. I'm not. I don't even. People don't even really know where I am now. They damn sure don't. They never heard me say my position. So it is what it is. It's embarrassing though, because I don't carry myself like this. Kimmy said it the other day. I don't carry myself like this. This is my escape to act like an
Base,
idiot if I
yeah.
want to. You know what I
So
mean?
basically, yeah. So basically, the most embarrassing part, obviously, is your job watching you
Well, now
act like you
my
act,
colleagues, and I'm a
act
senior
like a
executive.
fool.
I am the executive. I'm one of the top three executives at the agency. Now they got to see that in my part time I curse people out.
Oh,
Oh well.
oh God, ghetto. Damn, bro. Like, this is, I remember the first two times.
Well, the first
Like,
time
that's
was
when they were
because
talking about, I remember they were talking about the two divorces and the blah, blah, blah. I remember all that.
yeah. Well, no, the
Damn.
second divorce wasn't until recently. The one divorce. I was still
And
married
hey,
on.
hey, Keisha, I just didn't want to interrupt. What's up, Queen 69? What's up, the Bushes?
They reached out to my
Wow.
kids, and my kids are like, "You're a granddad." Like, really, bro?
Oh,
So,
that's true. Damn, ghetto. What do you mean by retiring?
huh?
What do you mean by retiring?
No, I retired, resigned. Well, I retired because I stopped working for the state after the first situation, so I could lock my pension in. So the first job I retired from. The second one I was leaving the state of New Jersey anyway, so it was moved. This one they're just like, well, you got to deal with the embarrassment of us knowing, but we don't give a shit because this does not impact our agency or our constituents. This is you and some people that we don't even know.
Mm. I'm glad they took that stance, though.
Well, they
I
have no other
mean,
stance but to take. I'm not breaking any laws.
no, you're not.
I don't. I have never. You won't find me on here doing any harm to nobody.
Improv comedian.
And I tell them it's skits. I say it's all skits. This is all planned out. They're just clipping it, making it seem like that. And it was like, well, it makes sense. And we move on. I don't give a shit.
But
But I'm
ghetto,
not
I
going
mean,
to do this.
when
I'm
you
not
say
going to
re,
do this every time somebody, whoever this person is, wants to Google me and then send in videos. I'm done with that shit, man. I'd be a fool to keep doing the same thing over and over. I've done it one too many times. But this time I was actually just having fun, you know?
you were. I've seen you. See, I remember you scratching. And this time
Yeah.
you were just
Taking
having a
this shit
good
really
time with your
seriously. Like
girl.
I don't
And
hit the scratch. Now I just
I
laugh.
know you took it seriously. You scratched with me every time you saw me.
Yep.
I know. I used to yell at you for 30 minutes and people used to get annoyed. But damn, ghetto. I mean, does that mean, damn, are you going to be around here? I mean, are you going
I'll
to
come see
dial it
you.
back?
I'll come see you because you made a very safe place here. Even like you know how many wars I've been through with ZX, but I can sit over here on a panel with him and it not get ugly.
Right.
But I
Damn,
can't go.
Ghetto.
I can't go hit Ness's link. I can't go hit Lemon's link. I can't hit places where they don't. They're gonna. They want to see it. So somebody come up there for me. Everybody's gonna come for me now, and whoever this person is obviously.
Oh, I mean, your people obviously know what channels you're on now too. So clearly
Yep.
they're going to be like, is Ghetto going to be an idiot again on ABC panel?
Well. No, is he ever going to mention our agency and put our
True.
confidential information out there and discuss his staff? And that's all they're looking for. Am I discussing my staff? Am I dissing my colleagues? So? I do too much to impress strangers. That's the comments that let you know. If I did too much to impress strangers, I wouldn't be here.
True.
If
I mean,
wanted
yeah,
to
I
do
mean,
too much to impress strangers, I go sit at the local bar right down the street, right below my building, and say, "Hey, do y'all know who I am? Here, let me give y'all all my business card, because that's who I would want to impress."
let me give you my bit.
And
God damn.
these are the trolls that these are the trolls
Ghetto. Ghetto,
that,
you already knew this was coming.
these are the trolls that will Google you, that make comments like that.
That's why I dox myself.
That's why I
Like,
dox myself.
oh, I put the whole shit up here. My LinkedIn, my website, my address, everything. I'm like, okay, go ahead, y'all. like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all you gotta do is play this back. You don't even have to do any research. I don't give a shit. What are you gonna call my job? You're gonna get me on the phone, or probably, maybe. Yeah, Ghetto. God dang. Well, you gotta move a little slower, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, just gotta let it go, bro. Especially camming up and enjoying the conversation.
The lifestyle cost.
Yeah, no, the lifestyle cars. I was been done with that though, because that was my point. That's why I got expressed to Lemon. I was gonna have to fall back anyway, but because of this. But that's exactly my point.
Yeah,
I have
Lady
a safe
Nika
place.
said.
That's
Go ahead.
I am gonna send her a cash out for her birthday. I did miss her birthday. I am gonna
Cash
miss her
App.
birthday. But I'm done with the cash app business. I'm out of that.
No, I'm saying you
And
said
they can
that.
go blame the supporters. The people I truly supported could go blame the supporters.
You can't wait to see.
Because can't
So
nobody
I'm not
say
gonna.
I ain't go
Room
somewhere.
shaker. Room shaker's like, oh shit. I didn't know this, Ghetto. That's great. Like, but the thing is, though, to be honest with you,
Lemon and Barris
I
too. Don't sleep.
huh?
Go to sleep. Don't sleep. Go to sleep.
Oh yeah. Um, honestly, I was like, I damn. I was surprised you were acting like that, Ghetto, to be honest with you, because of the shit that happened to you in the past.
Well, what happened to the past was different.
Yeah, you were messing up at work. I get it.
Yeah.
But still, you know how these people are.
I was hoping they'd see a change and leave me the hell alone. Let me enjoy what I'm enjoying. They won't. They're miserable. Misery enjoys company. So I can't be around miserable people. That's don't sleep what you should take away. If I was so much better than everyone or acted like so much better than anyone, why the fuck would I be sitting here with a bunch of people who don't cam up? And if they cammed up, they'd be highly embarrassed. Are you serious? I show all my weaknesses on here. Who
What's
gets
up,
on here?
Ladon?
Who has dentures? You would never know I had dentures. The only reason you know I have dentures is because I told you.
Damn, don't sleep is on your ass that you didn't get
Don't sleep.
doxxed and shit. Like,
That's what ZX says. It's the black sector trolls.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they don't. Yeah, I mean, yeah. ZX didn't understand. Like, trolls don't
I've
come
been
here to
over trolls.
troll.
So don't sleep. Don't sleep is about 3 years late.
No,
Trolls
I
is
get that. Don't sleep is just telling you what it is. I don't see any trolling in that. You know, ZX thinks that trolls come over here to troll. They don't.
no trolling
because
when he
because
said
because I'm a troll. Why the fuck?
trolling
But
when a faceless troll, and again they
I
may
get
cam
it.
up and just under a certain. It's a waiting to cam up to seem superior. I don't cam up. I cam up without my teeth.
Ghetto, you pay for them. They yours. Hell with them. Damn, Ghetto. That's damn. So basically, you got to be very You got to be very conscientious of where you go.
No, I just gotta let it go.
No, I'm saying like you can't go to unpredictable platforms. That's what I'm
Not at
assuming.
all. Not at all. You, Brenda, that list was probably you and Brenda.
Yeah, I mean, we get to scratch this shit over here sometimes, but yeah,
Oh,
I have a pretty
you'll see me click the button off.
yeah, I know. I have pretty decent pedal control, I would say,
You have
but
excellent panel control.
yeah, there Tay Bay still in the building. Yeah, Tay Bay knows all
You wouldn't
about that
stop the
members only.
circular argument with ZX today.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with somebody that tells me to go watch a video about something I should stop talking about. Like that's people don't understand. It's not like me not putting somebody in their place. It's like I don't have to yell at idiocity. I just got to let you talk to be right. When people yell and they get all upset and start shaking and balling up their fists and talking crazy, that means you got them. That means that they can't. I shut up and let somebody talk themselves into idiocity. Hey y'all, I want you to go see the video about the husband, but y'all shouldn't be talking about this topic. And I'm gonna go live and cuss some people out. Nobody left, ZX. Nobody. I mean, if he announces live, shouldn't you think that I'd have like 5 people in here left and they should all go over there? He can have now the people that we share subs with left because other people go live and shit. But it is, I just needed to get my shit off. And let me ask you this, Ghetto, from a honest standpoint, you communicating with the dude and everything like that. If somebody does the situation that was explained today, don't want to regurgitate commentary and have the people have to hear this for the 4th time. Coming out here and having this live, what do you think, Ghetto?
I don't know, Lemon. I guess it depends. So I respect that your formula has been, I'm going to build this core audience, and I'm just going to be their voice.
Right.
And that formula works. It's clearly working. It's clearly working. I know the big, like that when you just go back to that other one.
RY?
Jamel would come in here. Come on, man.
I know.
These people you have in here are YouTubers. They support.
Right.
And so based upon how they've dealt with others, what to expect from them.
I know that it's so much easier to press the go live button when I know who's going to be in here.
Right.
That becomes so much easier because basically it's a good crowd. They know a lot of people are in here. A lot of people stay because they know damn well. Just because I don't scream at people, just because I let ZX talk himself into idiocity, just because I let Malik get frustrated and want to drop himself 4 or 5 times, or whatever the case may be, I'm not gonna yell. And plus, if I'm gonna troll you, I like to stretch it out. I don't like to change my picture and be like, dur, dur, dur. Like I'm gonna stretch out a situation. I want you to go make an ass of yourself. I take care. And how many of these people do I stick up for? Like do something to a mod, do something to a supporter of mine. How many times do you see me go out here and on the free protection plans?
So back to your question. The reason we got here is because I'm saying you are only going to be done with it if your crowd is done with it.
That's
I don't know Binary well enough to know his influence. I don't know Pizarro. I know Pizarro pretty well as a content creator.
Right.
I don't know how the mind thinks. I don't know because wasn't somebody saying Pizarro was saying it don't have to stop, it could keep going. Whoever wants to keep this going, they have their own incentives and their own motivations. And I don't know what those are. And we know I'm not trying to get to the bottom of it.
Oh, thank you, L Blue. Yeah, and well, the thing is, Ghetto, look, the reason why my core audience is still typing today is they know that I'm one and done. They wouldn't be typing still. They'd wait for the next show and the next show and the next show. The reason why my supporters are typing is because they know I'm done. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Like, what did I say about Sarkonos? What did I say about Jessica B? What did I say about Lady K? What did I say about these people that I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm going to jump on any panel platform. I will troll, swing, bang, whatever, until you feel better about the situation. Because this is a safe place for people, and especially women, obviously. You know how I treat women. So
Exactly.
it's very, very, and the thing is, when you become a content creator with your supporters, you could talk about the weather outside, and they're going to be here because they're supportive. And my thing is like, to hear ZX say fuck the chat, fuck the supporters, I run them, they don't run me. When they leave, you're not going to be running anybody. I don't understand that. Like, I don't get a joy out of being on here without them. Like, I don't
That
get it.
and that's
You're
that.
interacting with your comments, Envy. Yes. Like, you're telling the comments that they're not as important as you because they're not on a panel. You're doing a hierarchy. You're doing, okay, the Bushes are shit. The people in the chat are a little bit better. The clicks and views are cool. People in the chat are a little bit better. The people on the panel are more important, and the content creator is king or queen. That's bullshit.
Big
Everybody's
Slick
equal
Salute.
here.
Lady Nika, I love you. I'm about to hit your cash app. Envy, let me get over here
All
and talk
right.
to Lemon quick so I ain't there too long because it's NFL Monday Night Football. That's how
Oh
I
yeah,
get
for
down with
sure.
that.
Oh yeah, I got it on. I got the TV on right in front of me.
Love you, bro. I appreciate you. I'm
All
definitely
right, I
back in your
appreciate
class.
you. Much love and
All right,
respect,
brother.
brother. I'll see you on the next live, brother.
Great.
You know where to go. You know you can reach me. All right, man. All right, y'all. Well, hey, what's up, Big Slick? Big Slick, man. I still appreciate you coming around, bro. It's been many years, bro. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and take care of you. The supporters are what pays us. That's crazy. Without the chat, you are. I always say that, Lady Neek. I say without the chat, I'm talking to myself. I don't like to talk to myself. You know, like somebody will send me for medication or some shit like that. I just hate when people do that. Like, literally, for ZX to say fuck the chat, fuck the people, you're presenting yourself on my panel to my supporters that might want to go check your dumb ass out. Now they don't, because they know how you feel towards people. And look, as I said, you directed somebody to go see your video. You directed somebody to say that you're going live, and nobody left. That's a bad strategy. Don't you understand? On other people's panels, people get a feel for you to see if they want to fuck with you. And people do, people sit in the clouds, the bushes, whatever the hell you want to call it. And then when they get, just to watch your dumb ass, to see what you're going to do. As they get more comfortable, they fall into the chat. So you're going to tell the chat that they're shit, and then they're going to go back to the bushes? Are you stupid? Like, I don't get it, but it is what it is. I mean, I guess I've been a content creator for a half an hour or 2 days, and I don't know how to do this. Lady Nick, hope your hangovers from yo BD. Yeah, hey. I told Lady Nika, man, I haven't had that much time. I haven't had that much fun online in a long time. Her birthday party did show out. I mean, people are definitely gonna. She set the bar that night, for real, for real. But me, I'm biased about Lady Nika. I always say that shit. Y'all know I'm biased about Lady Nika, but that was a good ass party. Period. I always end up not wanting to do shit. Even when I go to parties at people's house, I don't want to be the DJ. I don't want to be the bartender. I don't want to be the nothing. I just show up, you know what? Then I get cussed out because I'm playing music and I didn't even sign up for the shit. But hey, shout out to Bizarro. Actually, you were about to wrap up the topic, but other folks started hitting your link, dragging it out. Thank you, L Blue. Of course. And as I said, like the chat. And yes, I did say that I'm going to go down the chat, and that chat right there is going to conclude the issue. But it's okay. People kept typing. Am I supposed to say, okay, show over, boop? Then what? Oh, well, I'm not going to be able to get my shit off at Envy's, you know? And I'm not talking about, see, there's a difference between content creators, something bothering them because of their viewership. Like if their viewers say, hey, we didn't like that you did that, it would bother them from a standpoint of just being out here. But me, being a content creator, it's an emotional thing. If a content creator doesn't tell you it's an emotional thing, they're nuts. So basically, like when you look for certain people in the chat, you look for certain people to participate, and as long as you have that core of people, you're happy. Is it cool to have 600-700 people in the chat, people yelling on the platform, and super chats going crazy, cash apps dinging? Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I want y'all to feel good here. That's all. I want y'all to be chilling. Would you say? I'm recovering nicely after a week at a party. Oh my God. Lady Nika had to hey, you made me laugh when you said I didn't know you guys went to ODS's shit. As soon as that camera went off, I left the music on and then I really cut up. That's what's up, Lady Nika. And I like the gym. I love the gym debate. Uh you see these you want me to do jumping jacks? Are you crazy? I was like, oh shit. No real fighting, just pure fun. Absolutely. It's very emotional. Yes, it is, Lady Nika. People don't realize that. I have to it, man, listen, at this old ass age I'm at, I still feel like it's Friday night lights when you're getting ready to play a football game. I got to think about it. I got to take notes. I got to think about it, play some music, smoke something, and then I can press the go live button. It's emotional. If you see a member cancel, you see somebody not dropping your chat, you see there's all kinds of stuff. Then you got to make so many decisions. Should I talk about this? Should I take this person's point of view? Should I do that? And then people hit your comments below the description. You're an asshole. This is that. You get hate mail. It's all over the place. But I'll tell you what, though, if you have a good live that you're proud of, it's the best feeling in the world as well because you know that you entertain the people. uh that's I would say bipolar. I would say psychosis. Lady Nika should stop having these birthday parties because people end up falling. Oh my God. First it was Lovely Love and now Sheila. Bruh, when Sheila took a dump, we heard clink, clink, clink. I heard tables breaking, glasses breaking, and some more shit. But like, apparently that didn't happen. And Sheila recovered and came to ODS's. But I was genuinely concerned. I mean, I'm not gonna laugh. I went on mute and laughed a little at the beginning because usually that shit is funny. But then when it wasn't funny, when we had to start reaching out or whatever, I was definitely concerned. What up, Big Stacks? How you doing, Big Stacks? Let's go. Yeah. All right, y'all. Okay, well, I'm gonna let Mode 3 get us up out of here as always. And basically, hopefully y'all understand the objective. Hopefully you all support it. I did listen to everybody. Some people said fire off. Some people said stop. Some people said we want to know more. Some people said we don't want to know shit. Somebody said envy you're great. Somebody said envy you're terrible. But along the way, hopefully met somewhere in the middle where at least you got the content. At least you understand the objective that I don't want to talk about that shit anymore. And hopefully you feel like your time here came as a supporter and you're going to return, whether I'm yelling, screaming, or just talking like this right here. Great show. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, it was funny at first, but after she didn't respond, yeah, L Blue. I was like, I mean, literally. Well, the thing is L Blue. Did you see how high she was up on? Not high. That sounds terrible. What I mean, like what she was dancing on was off of the floor. She was off the floor, what, like 2-3 feet, whatever she was dancing on, and took a dive all the way from up there. That's what my issue was. Now, if somebody's on the ground, they trip their dumb ass over or some shit like that. It is what it is. But she took a dive. And if she don't say that she was on Epsom salt and some more shit, ice baths and all that the next day, hell, she felt like hell. Thank you, Lady Nika. I try, I really do. I try to make I try to make my lives a show, where you can watch from the start to finish. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for sticking in here. I know the YouTube streets are doing the YouTube streets, so the amount of people that I'm starting to get in here that stay into the end, I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And I want to earn your subscription. Typically, over 40% of people watch our shows and don't subscribe. So hopefully I can earn your subscription and your support in the future. As I said, I'm going to let Mo3 get us up out of here. Damn. I need to put this in a more convenient place where I don't have to, where this could be smooth. Hold on. Let me find it. Let's see. Damn. Come on, bruh. Where's your outro? Hold on, y'all. Here, you can listen to Rick Reed for a second while I found my outro.
Bitch, nobody wants y'all. So get that in your head. I would never look at y'all like that. If y'all was half hittable, it would be only in the darkness, bitch. In the darkness and secret, it'd be about this time. If I ever slid y'all raggedy ass bitches too, it'd be about this time.
Be cool when you right here. It's all good. When you get right here, and we can't reach you no more. Come here. Where you going? You get too far away from us. Come here. And
I want to tell y'all the outro when Mo3 is talking. Oh, there we go. It was childbirth. I want to say, thank you very much, Rico Stacks. I appreciate it. The first thing I want y'all to look at, Mo3 is going to talk about, like, once you go up, people want to pull you back down. And unfortunately, with our people, specifically, as soon as somebody gets promoted and they can help you out, they're like, oh my God, hell no. You might make me look bad. They gave me a little piece of this corporate pie. Let me chill out or whatever. Well, I want y'all to think about the fact that this happens to every content creator, and the freaking envy, which is the reason why it's part of my name, is crazy. So listen to Mo3 talk about that for a second. Then he's gonna give you a little song. Rest in peace, Mo3. Rest in peace, Sharika. And we're up out of here.
Be cool when you right here. It's all good. When you get right here, and we can't reach you no more. Come here. Where you going? You get too far away from us. Come here, man. Hell nah, bro. Hey, give me a stick. Knock this nigga head, nigga. Come here. This nigga getting too far. How he get way up there? Ain't no rope on it. Get a rope. Pull this nigga. Come on. Hell nah. It was cool. He was right here. It was cool. We can touch him. We can feel him. He the same as us. We can look him in his face type shit. But once you get to a certain level, you get up here, and nigga can't touch you. Nigga get intimidated. Nigga feel like, damn. Niggas get to looking around and they gotta look up to you. Nigga don't wanna look up to you. Hell nah. Nigga don't wanna look up to you. Like I said in my song, nigga, they want you to make it, just not farther than them. The realest shit I ever heard. So like, just real talk. And I ain't gotta say a damn thing, but girl, I'm trying to get you, cause someone who knows how to ride can take different positions. Now you screaming up and down we go. That's right, I never met the type of girl that's quite like you. Keep it on the low, and I can give more than the girl, it's true, but I only did one time, yeah.